It's Wednesday. It's MARKPIRES.
I was walking
and it's real talk.
Today, looking for another way
to ease my mind and help my living. It's real talk. It's the daily variety show, MARKPIRES Real Talk. I'm here to connect with you, to amplify your current state, and I'm here with you on day 675 in a row of the MARKPIRES Real Talk show, and we're going to get into it like we do every night. So head to DLive, head to YouTube, subscribe and ding the bell, and let's have some fun. Guys, what is going on? Is Sleepy Poo the president? Is Donald, am I going to get 4 more years? No, you're not getting 4 more. I'm taking it from you. I'm going to take it so I can nap in that sleep sofa right in the Oval. We need 1 more sleep sofa in there. Look, it's not a competition, everybody, but if it was, Wolf Light is the champion, and Archie's a close second, but as you know, second place is never in the record books, though. They're like, oh yeah, who came in second? Who the frig cares? They can't even they can't even finish the word second before all the people in the room say, who the frig cares? Just the number 1 guy. Gypsy Soul in the house too, guys. Let me see if I can quickly. Oh, wait, let me see if I close this. Yeah, I'm gonna just do a little refresh here on the back to the chat. See if that works. How's everybody doing? I'm going over here to the tube just to make sure I can log in with all my fam and friends. Here we go, guys. What did you think of that clip? That was from today. So today we basically had a real talk on my real estate segment. I'm doing this real talk real estate 101 every day now. Okay, here's the bottom line. We get on, and any questions that come up, we're going to get into. So we've been doing that, but today, because the election just is kind of like a big, let's call it a poo puddle. The other thing people say is just, it's not a proper word for this program, so it's a poo puddle. And basically, we needed to discuss what's going down. And what it seems like to me is, it seems like the country predominantly wants a sleep sofa for a president. They want to go as left as possible. And I'm thinking to myself, this isn't the time. This is not the time. Like, whoa. And it really, really makes me very sad when all the work I did to create these Donald Trump shows were to create some awareness about the sleep sofa. But nobody saw them because, of course, YouTube and Twitter and Mark Zuckerchooch, they freaking did a great job censoring this program and many others that were trying to get the word out about Sleepy Poo and the fact that he took a nap right up until the election. They had to wake him up with smelling salts. Whoa, what's going on? Look, my Aunt Judy told me I could nap. Not now, Joe. You can't nap now. We need this, guys. Come on, for the Trumper. Woo-hoo! Give me the woohoo. So how you doing, my friends? You guys doing okay? We're going to play some music tonight. I got a couple of things. Actually, it's amazing. I have, after the election last night, you know, both guys came out just thinking, I think I won this. I think this is mine. So I got that here. Let's take a look. I just want to see what they had to say. It's Hammerlin Jameson live from the studio. Too close to call. That's right, Donald Trump live from the podium to share a little update.
Thank you. Thank you for joining me. It's election night. I know you're very tired. You're waiting for the results. I am too. The swing states don't seem to have their numbers in order. Looks like we're winning big league, though. I mean, seriously, if it doesn't turn in the direction of Trump now, it's totally fraud. Jerry Dadlier said it best about the fraud in America. But look, we're going to win big league either way, because we're going to take it all the way to the Supreme Court. If we can't get it normal, like a win, we're going to fight for it, because that's what we do. You know, Trump has never lost anything before, so it's hard for me to lick my wounds afterwards. So I probably will fight until there's no fight left in me. Cause civil war in the streets, and as long as it winds up with the Trump win, it's worth it, really. Anyway, look, I gotta go now. We have a lot of votes to count. But I'll be back as soon as we know more, probably with a Trump victory, one way or the other. Anyway, have a great night.
So I got another one here for you. This is the craziest one of all. I usually like to go in order. And this one, I think, is funnier. Check this out. It's Felix Robertson, live from the studio. We're going to head to Joe Biden on election night, where we are confident he's going to be the next president of the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Biden.
My fellow Americans, I want to thank you. It's been a long night, election night. We got here. It's all thanks to adrenochrome, a special drug that I take. Anyway, look, my Aunt Judy called me. She said it looks like we got this thing locked up. Said, Joe, you don't have to sell Jeeps anymore. You can go out there and be the president now. All that corruption, it's going to fall to the wayside. You know, Aunt Judy, she was the ringleader. Nobody knows about that. Never going to find out now either, actually. Look, we fought a hard campaign here. And Kamali and I, you know, we're going to do a lot of great things for this country. That's right, we're going to turn back the clocks. We're going to bring it back to the hard times for Americans. Tough times, higher taxes. And hey, look, we're going to win big. This next 4 years is going to be... can you move that teleprompter a little quicker? Wait, just cut this part out. What? We're live? Oh, shoot. I won anyway. It doesn't matter. Look, so I use a teleprompter. What's the problem? You guys are going to have to deal with that. It's what I've been doing from the beginning. Just didn't tell you about it. But I got 71 million votes, more than Obama. I got more votes than anybody in history. It's because I stood for something. Stood for sleeping on my Joey futon. I stood for napping right through the whole process, hiding from the coronavirus and blaming it all on the sitting president of the United States. But don't worry about it. I got a plan. We're going to do the same thing that this last president did. But we're going to say this time that it works. Anything you want to say, Kamala? Look, she doesn't want to talk right now. She's a little busy. She's got to call her mom and dad and tell them how she won. I'm going to get on with my Aunt Judy right now, and I'm going to tell her it's in the books. Biden-Harris. Well, really Harris. She's going to push me down the stairs next week. Anyway, look, I got to get going. It's going to be official any time now. 46th President of the United States, Joe Trump.
Joe Trump. Wait a second. Gregory says you can't lock people up without evidence. My state alone, 5.1 registered votes, 5.1 million registered voters, and 5.3 million votes cast. 200,000 extra people. That's some serious voter fraud. And Jerry Nadler said it best. So people, who do you think? What do you think? What's happening? Benjamin, my brother, how are you guys? If you haven't yet, also subscribe or follow over on DLive. I'm going to quickly head over there because I see my buddy Ben is on DLive. Ben, you asked me the other day about a call-in. I'm going to be doing that tonight. We're going to be doing a call-in because I want to talk to you guys. I want to chat with you and see what the heck you think about this craziness. Do you think it's going where I think it's going, which is pretty much into the gutter? We're going to be at, like, I think it's going to be pushing us to civil war. They want us to kill each other. I really think that's what's going down here. They couldn't get enough of us with the first run of the CV-19, and they tried by tossing people into nursing homes, seeing if that would do it. It did a good job, decent job. It just didn't do it exactly what they wanted, which is all of the herd. They want to get rid of as many people as possible, I believe. But let's just get past that for a second. Let's just talk about the big picture here. If this guy is the president, that means that our country's out of their freaking minds. It means they're out of their freaking minds. Guys, are you kidding me? So anyway, we're here day 675 in a row, guys. And what we do is we round above. Judith knows. We're gonna do some music instead. It's weird. I see some like weird movement on my... Why is everything working all weird? Let's see what my camera's set at here. It should be fine, Mink. Do you know what I mean? It should be fine. Let's see if this... What did I just do? Did I change anything over them? I think that helped it a little bit. I think that helped. Maybe it didn't. I don't know. We're going to play a song here and get past all the negativity that's going on. How about that? So much uncertainty today in a world that we can't see through, 'cause the lies are building up in front of our eyes. The world was to spin again tomorrow, would you proclaim that you're getting fair shake? 'Cause I keep seeing the hatred that I can't seem to tame. But I keep trying. Feel like I'm going insane. So I join you for day 675 in a row of the MARKPIRES Real Talk Show. Somehow it happens to be the night we all wonder if it all falls down. If this clown finds his way into the White House, it may be. And I know people say, but we have a clown in there, maybe, but I'd rather have it stay that way. No, real talk people, can you feel the uncertainty in the air? I don't know if it will ever seem fair. 'Cause even when you find them doing something wrong, they seem to get away. 'Cause no one wants to look, they're just like, it's okay if they do it. But not if you do it. If you do it, it's like the Grand Inquisition. They're gonna put you down, gonna take you down, yeah. And when you look at the truth, they make it seem false, and they throw all the lies at you and make them seem true. And I can't stand it anymore, no. And I'm gonna put my foot down, yeah. It's about time we let our voices be heard and break through the shadow band. I say it's about time we get our voices heard, break through the shadow band. Yes, I can find my way without you. So as I wander by, I wonder why. we're gonna be fine either way. I know it. Cause I say from the beginning, both choices keep us divided. But if we're to come right here on the Real Talk Show every night, we can come together, you know. Cause we need to love, laugh, and feel something, something pure again. Right here on the Real Talk Show. So this election come and go, we're gonna find ourselves in the same place when we're scratching our heads, waiting where the mindset of the people go when we're falling, we're wondering where the real flow. Where'd it go? So we're going to combine our light. I'm going to beat that shadow away. Yeah. You may have won this time. We don't give up. No, we don't give up. No. No, as the winds down, as the sun goes down, and the moon shines down on me, on you, and it's gonna see the wind blow, and I feel it on my face. It's still not a better place to be. So fear not, my friend, we'll be okay. They can try to do what they want, they could steal what they want, but we can see. Yeah, if you really want me to believe that more people voted for a sleep sofa than Barack Obama, I call it a fraud. Because he had 44 people maybe at the max at his last charade. Sleepy poo. Seriously, guys? We just made that up in real time. I don't know. Was it any good? Oh, thank you, Gregory. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, guys. Sometimes I like to zone out and just let a song happen. That's usually what we do. I started doing the Real Talk Family Jam when we start just, I'll read off of this the line here, but in general, I just improvise like I just did. Pavlazzi, how are you? I appreciate you over on Twitch. Can you please follow over there? I think I'm getting close to 50. You really helped me get over to 50. This is what we do every day, but there's multiple things we do. Pavlazzi. Paviliazzi. I can't do it, people. It's like doing Trinity Red Door, Blue Boar, Pill High, Horcometh Frog here. I can only sing it. Pavlazzi, Pavlazzi, Pavlazzi. Pavlazzi, Pavlazzi, Pavlazzi. Pavlazzi, Pavlazzi. Pavlazzi, Pavlazzi. Papa loves it, Papa loves it, Papa loves it. Papa loves it, but Papa loves it, Papa loves it. No, Papa loves it, Papa the ball. I don't know how to do it, but I love that you're with us. And please follow. And then also, if you could head over to YouTube, join us there. There's 20 people right now. It's going to grow. I think Wages said there's a pretty crazy event happened. So everybody's probably going to kick over from there here very soon. I think he's probably done pretty soon. He was starting about an hour before me. My man Sig is on. Love you, buddy. I got to say again, guys, off show random donation from Sig. Love you, buddy. You're amazing, buddy. Thank you so much. Rita, how are you? Wolfie's in the house. Guys, that was a pretty incredible improvisation. I think there was some good stuff in there. You guys have to tell me, but what's that? Oh, Brazil! Boa noite! Yeah, I speak a little. I'm Portuguese, but I don't speak it. I used to joke, I'd tell the stories. And my parents spoke Portuguese, but only when they wanted to talk about something they didn't want us to know about. They'd be like, oh, Manny. And then I'd be like, what did you just say? Nothing. Oh, that old gag. Todd, how are you, buddy? Tam, how are you doing? Tam, I'm glad you're here. I'm going to play a little something for Tam. Ready? This is another thing we're doing real quick for Tam. Tam. Sneaking over for the show. Tam. Sneaking for the show. I'm just a bonehead sometimes, guys. Do you guys want to see the face swaps I created for today's show? I think you should see them because I played them pretty early on. So this is today, okay? Check this out. Pavlazi speaks a little English, but you know what, Pavlazi? Boa noite. Welcome to the show. How do we say welcome to the Real Talk program? I'll say this slow so you understand this. This show is love. This show is luz. It's light. Nose, no, I don't know how to say we're here. We're here to connect every day. This is day 675 in a row. And there won't be a day where you'll be like, oh, Mark's not showing up today. I'll be here. And just more, really. As we can get this thing to become my thing, I'll just be here creating so much content for you. So just quickly, and then I'm going to play you another song. I want you to see one of... These are two things I created for today's show. I do this every day, but this is today's version.
It's Felix Robertson, live from the studio. We're going to head to Joe Biden on election night, where we are confident he's going to be the next president of the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Biden. My fellow Americans, I want to thank you. It's been a long night, election night. We got here. It's all thanks to adrenochrome, a special drug that I take. Anyway, look, my Aunt Judy called me. She said it looks like we got this thing locked up. Said, Joe, you don't have to sell Jeeps anymore. You can go out there and be the president now. All that corruption, it's going to fall to the wayside. You know, Aunt Judy, she was the ringleader. Nobody knows about that. Never going to find out now either, actually. Look, we fought a hard campaign here. And Kamali and I, you know, we're going to do a lot of great things for this country. That's right, we're going to turn back the clocks. We're going to bring it back to the hard times for Americans. Tough times, higher taxes. And hey, look, we're going to win big this next 4 years. Is going to be... can you move that teleprompter a little quicker? Wait, just cut this part out. What? We're live? Oh, shoot. I won anyway. It doesn't matter. Look, so I use a teleprompter. What's the problem? You guys are going to have to deal with that. It's what I've been doing from the beginning. Just didn't tell you about it. But I got 71 million votes, more than Obama. I got more votes than anybody in history. It's because I stood for something. Stood for sleeping on my Joey futon. I stood for napping right through the whole process, hiding from the coronavirus and blaming it all on the sitting president of the United States. But don't worry about it. I got a plan. We're going to do the same thing that this last president did. But we're going to say this time that it works. Anything you want to say, Kamalin? Look, she doesn't want to talk right now. She's a little busy. She's got to call her mom, dad, and tell them how she won. I'm gonna get on with my Aunt Judy right now, and I'm gonna tell her it's in the books. Biden-Harris. Well, really Harris. She's gonna push me down the stairs next week. Anyway, look, I gotta get going. It's gonna be official any time now. 46th President of the United States, Joe Trump.
On real quick. I was finally saying, I'm saying something here to my buddy Mark. Mark, I just said something funny. LOL, Mark, you are always part of this family. Don't forget that. Let's see, I'm going to get that guitar. Oh, wait, hold on. I want to play you the other bit. This one is also from today. This is Donald J. Trump and his acceptance speech. I don't know.
It's Hammerlin Jameson live from the studio. Too close to call. That's right, Donald Trump live from the podium to share a little update with us.
Thank you. Thank you for joining me. It's election night. I know you're very tired. You're waiting for the results. I am too. The swing states don't seem to have their numbers in order. Looks like we're winning big league, though. I mean, seriously, if it doesn't turn in the direction of Trump now, it's totally fraud. Jerry Dadlier said it best about the fraud in America. But look, we're going to win big league either way, because we're going to take it all the way to the Supreme Court. If we can't get it normal, like a win, we're going to fight for it, because that's what we do. You know, Trump has never lost anything before, so it's hard for me to lick my wounds afterwards. So I probably will fight until there's no fight left in me, cause civil war in the streets, and as long as it winds up with the Trump win, it's worth it, really. Anyway, look, I gotta go now. We have a lot of votes to count. But I'll be back as soon as we know more, probably with a Trump victory, one way or the other. Anyway, have a great night.
One way or the other. We're going to make it happen, really. Oh, my family, my friends. How you guys doing? You guys doing all right tonight? Like, what does everybody think here? I want to put this together here, just in case we got a little something going here. MJ Mama has photos of the vernal equinox. You know, guys, if you ever want to share something with this show for me to put on the screen, I would like to do that just in order to, to put stuff that you guys think is interesting onto the screen, and I could talk about it, just give you my perspective. But did you see? Oh, you didn't see because I played this during the clip. This is, I want to just show you this. Can you see that? That's the, I keep talking about the guy in the streets going, "Man, not my president." And I wound up finding the picture, putting it in, and we did the bit. Anyway, we keep doing the bit. So let me see what else we have going on over here. There was a thing I did this today. During the show today, I filmed something stupid, okay? And I dropped it quickly as just some stupid thing early today, okay? I'm going to show it to you. You just have to upload it. Yeah, I think this is it right here. Yeah, this is it right here. It's stupid. It's really dumb. But you know what? Sometimes dumb is dumb. And it's worth watching. I'm just going to type it in here as dumb. Check that out. So I had this thought earlier that we can't find Hunter. So maybe what I would do is pretend I'm going to create a new character, the third original character for this program. Is this the one I used? Come on, guitar. Stay there. I think I put the one I was using. No, I think this is it. All right. Dad, it's Gunther. Gunther Biden. We can't find Hunter Biden, so Gunther Biden. Yeah, coming to a theater near you, the Real Talk show. And you're going to see it's something really dumb, but I did it. I just got that stupid hair in my mouth. It's about to upload. You'll see this. So I showed you the thing, just like we did yesterday. I created a Real Talk face swap in real time. You guys want to do that again tonight too? Maybe we should pick a piece of content. I'll upload it into my software. We'll do it again. I'll create a face swap in real time for you guys like we did the other day. Dub made us laugh. That's what it's all about. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, check this out. This is uploading right now. This is some stupid silliness. I literally am just a mental case sometimes. When I came up with Gunther Biden, I just had an idea of maybe showing you what that would look like if we create that as part of the program. Here we go. Gunther Biden. Look, we couldn't found Gunther. Almost as good. Except he smells like old clams. Yeah. We looked, it was like under a sock in his living room. I don't even know. Look, here we go. It's titled Dumb for a reason.
Dad, it's Gunther.
Huh? Oh, hi, Gunther. What's going on?
Look, I got a job offer from a company. They're called Burisma.
What? Burisma? What is that? Sounds like a cracker. What? Are you working for a cracker company?
Look, all they want me to do is put my name on it. What do you think?
No, go for it. Just remember, you owe me 10.
No, that's cool. 10%, no problem. No, I could do that.
10% off the top.
For the big guy.
For the big guy.
No, that's cool, Pop. All right, look, I'm going to do that now. I got to get my crack fix.
All right, Gunther. I love you. We'll see you later, son.
Gunther's got a crack problem too. Didn't know that. I know Hunter does. Didn't know Gunther did too. I think if you have a crack problem in the Biden family, you can get $1.5 billion of securities from China. So Gunther's probably setting himself up for that. You also can get a board position for an oil and gas company and make north of $183,000 a month. Cha-cha-ching. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I want that job. So I am Gunther Biden now. I'll be at the next play to Ukraine. I'm going to look, I'm going to show up at Ukraine. I'm going to be like, hey, look, my name is... Maybe I'll go out there as Trump, Trumpther Biden. Hi, I'm Trumpther. How are you? Penny D, how are you? Guys, the family's hanging out. Paul Williams in the house and BB. Wow, B flat. B flat is in the house. When you play a B flat minor, the world sings loud and clear. Guys, we're going to play a song. There's 45 people on. I love you all. This is the Real Talk Show. We need to connect and build some positivity because the world is so dark that they're going to try to steal this and make it even darker. And you know what? I just don't like it. I just don't like it. Everybody for wages. What's going on? I'm loving you. Did you see the crazy silly goose thing I just did? Holy cow. Crazy, seriously. Anyway, look, we're going to do a song here. It's called The Real Talk Family Jam, okay? And what we do is we basically jam it out. And all you have to do is say hello in the jammeroo thing over here. And when you do it, people smile. The world gets a lot of happy times. And Donald J. Trump will possibly win big league if we build enough positivity on the Real Talk Show tonight. So this Real Talk Family Jam is for President 45, staying at 45, not getting a sleep sofa in at 46, and by de facto 47 because Kamala Chameleon pushes 46 down the stairs. 46 looks up and says, who pushed me? It's 47 says, your Aunt Judy. And she goes, oh, my Aunt Judy. Yeah. Bound to happen. Then you're going to say, we should have kept the trumper. So my friends, my family, this is the Real Talk Family Jam. Wages World, here on the Real Talk Show. Day after the elections, you know, and we still don't know what president's gonna be this year. For the next 4 years, It could be a sleep sofa Joe. It could be a sleepy Joe. It could be smelling a little girl's hair Joe. It could be a guy who did some really bad things to a lady named Terry Joe. Not the one from American Pie Joe. No, not her, no. Not the Tara Reid from American Pie, no, no. Different Tara Reid in different set of terms, yeah. But Joe Sleepy Poo did some really bad things to her, and we didn't even hear it. Did you even hear it? No. They were like, Joe, he'd never do it, no. He's sleepy, poopy pants, no, he never do that, no. But Donald Trump would do it, yes he would. Look, if he did it, we would just take him to the woods. We would shoot him in the day, and then we'd take him and then kick him in the head. Just say, oh, sorry, you're like right up at the day. I don't even know, people are just singing too friggin' fast, Melania. I told you, don't put sugar in my coffee, okay? Could you please put Baron to sleep? Enough. I don't want to watch him dancing while I'm in the middle of a real talk family jam, okay? I'm wrapping it up tonight, Melania. Wrapping it up. It's the real talk family jam. It's the real talk family jam. Wow. And Michelle says quid pro Joe, you know, and George show, can the real talk show? She said, Mark, so sorry I messed up your real estate show. Can I got an answer now? Yes, you can, Joe. Yeah, I gotta tell you, George, you can do it. You can sell a house if you're behind in taxes. All you gotta do is you just gotta expect to pay it off at the closing. So you just sell the house normally, okay? The closing, your Tiny's gonna take care of all the figures. It's crazy, I know, but you don't have to worry about it. All you gotta do is put your house on the market. Just give me a call, I'll help you do it. I found you an agent. Anyway, in the United States of America, I was stabbed in the face of the soldering irons with Christopher Walken, though. It's the Real Dog Family Show. The Real Dog Family Jam. Whoa, 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 whoa. The Real Talk Family Jam, Real Talk Family Jam, Family Jam, oh, 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 oh. Deja vu, deja vu, da 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 da, deja vu, Candace, Thick Pen, what up? Fair Day, Busters, Schumann, Resonance, Harmonics, hey, awakening of the Patriot Spirit, a B-flat. This isn't a B-flat, no, 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 I said, this isn't a B-flat, no, 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 this isn't a B-flat, hot rod layer, and Sig Sauer, my brother. And Wolfie's in the house, jam to the boogie hopping on foot to the dancing in the circle with the firelights and the smiling faces. And getting down, it's not your business. It's not your business. But Gregory Adler says Trump won Texas with 700,000 votes. Plus, Kathy Piana says, dog, lol, Michelle, are those really butts, yeah. Gypsy Soul, Vast Thinker. Oh, on the Twitch platform, I love it, Vast Thinker. We need some follows over there, almost at 50, and I care. I want to get up over all the platform limits so we can affiliate. I want to take this show to a different level. I want the world to come here and they can level up to the Real Talk light. We're gonna build it, we're gonna love it, we're gonna love each other because we need to do that more, yeah, on the Real Talk Family Jam. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The Real Dog Family Jam. Oh, oh, oh. I see Kim Skywalker in the chat. What's up, Kim? How you doing? How you kicking? How's it going? I see Zirin. I see everyone. I see JVF mastering, and I gotta say, Aphrodite switched over here. That's okay, cause you have no fear. If we're gonna rock it, we're gonna rock it and roll. And I see Paul Hollingworth. What's up, y'all? I will be getting down on the Real Talk Show. Live it up, live it up. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's the Real Dog Family Jam. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The Real Dog Family Jam. Oh, thank you, Verdi. Yeah, guys, share. We need to share it with the world, because I'm shadow banned like a mofo. And they're never gonna stop, you know, because they don't like the love, they don't like the light, they don't want us to connect, they want us to divide. I'm not gonna let it happen, no. We're gonna Real Talk show, we're gonna Real Talk show, show them. We're gonna Real Talk show, show them. We're gonna Real Talk show them. You can't stop the light. We're just gonna fight. It's the Real Talk Family Jam. Renee Woods, hey there. Mark Losick, do I feel any quakes today? I do on this beat seat, gonna shake the world right now. The Real Dog Family Jam. Wolfie says, grooving light inside, coming to the open channel to the stars, pearl written, bending colors of circling words. In what channel everyone show the song? George Rochelle, Wendy P, Pooh Bear, you know. It's the Real Dog Family Show. The Real Dog Family Jam. Talk Family Jam. It's the Real Talk Family Jam. It's the Real Talk Family Jam. The Real Talk Family Jam. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The Real Talk Family Jam. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The Real Talk Family. Talk Family Jam. The Real Talk Family Jam. Oh, oh. The Real Talk Family Jam. The Real Talk Family Jam. It's the Real Talk Family Jam. It's the Real Talk Family Jam. Real Talk Family Jam. Family Jam. Family Jam. Yeah. The Real Talk Family Jam. So no matter what shakes out, we're gonna be just fine if we combine our spirits right here on the Real Talk Show. Every day, you know, I'll be here to be with you. The Real Talk Family Jam. It's the Real Talk Family Jam. My people, my family, my friends, how you guys doing? I think we have enough people here to play the newest today's clip. You got to see these. These happen in real time. I did 2 of them for you today. Here's number 1. It's Donald Trump coming right at ya.
It's Hammerlin Jameson live from the studio. Too close to call. That's right, Donald Trump live from the podium to share a little update.
Thank you. Thank you for joining me. It's election night. I know you're very tired. You're waiting for the results. I am too. The swing states don't seem to have their numbers in order. Looks like we're winning big league, though. I mean, seriously, if it doesn't turn in the direction of Trump now, it's totally fraud. Jerry Dadlier said it best about the fraud in America. But look, we're going to win big league either way, because we're going to take it all the way to the Supreme Court. If we can't get it normal, like a win, we're going to fight for it, because that's what we do. You know, Trump has never lost anything before, so it's hard for me to lick my wounds afterwards. So I probably will fight until there's no fight left in me, cause civil war in the streets, and as long as it winds up with the Trump win, it's worth it, really. Anyway, look, I gotta go now. We have a lot of votes to count. But I'll be back as soon as we know more, probably with a Trump victory, one way or the other. Anyway, have a great night.
It's Hammerlin Jameson! And it's hammer time! That's right, look, I'm here every single night on the Real Talk program to rip the lid off the fake news! That's right, it's hammer time! A little ham jam bam, thank you, ma'am! That's right, people, look, check me out every single night on hammer time! That's right, it's Hammerlin Jameson! Look, guys... It's been an all-nighter for old Hammerlin. I had 17 bottles of Jameson last night. I'm just biting my nails down to the stubs. And I think I made a few of them bleed, actually, because I was such a stupor from the Jameson. Still coming off of it. I had 4 more bottles just before I came on the air. Should be fine, people. I may not pass out tonight. I'm just telling you now. Look, old Hammerlin was there on the front lines. I was doing the research, and it looked like the old Trumper was pulling it out. It looked like we had a second term. Shoo-in. They call it an old shoo-in. Old Hammer Jam used to report about them in the 90s before I fell asleep on camera, and I passed out into a pile of enchiladas. It was a terrible time for old Hammer, because when I woke up, they screamed my name for my segment. And I woke up, I had the enchilada somehow in my right ear. It was sticking out like I was playing telephone. I don't even know what happened there. Then as well, the cheese from the other enchilada was all over my face, like Anthony Hopkins from the movie with, you know what I'm talking about, the movie where he kills people and he eats their flesh. Yeah, that one. Silence of the Lambs. Look, old Hammerlin, I'm starting to see double. I'm just telling you now. If I fall asleep, just don't call 911. Mark should be down momentarily. He's just making a coffee. Look, old Hammerlin wants to show you one story I think you might be able to kick out of. We're going to drop the hammer and rip the lid off the fake news. Right now on old Hammerlin. Check this out over here. Hold on. First of all, this should not be in the way of the Hammer Time logo. I mean, what are you doing? You're gonna put the chat in the way of the Hammer Time logo? I mean, how dare you? First of all, people don't know what the hell's going on. They can't see my ripping the lid off the fake news logo sign underneath. Look, old Hammerlin's having trouble at this time staying still. That's the first signs of a blackout. Look, I'm going to just quickly show you the story, and we'll see if I can read it without totally kind of saying I'm starting not to speak English. It's one of the signs. Here we go. That's why I moved the chat window in the first place, dummy. Joe Biden receives most votes in presidential election history. Horse poop. That is a horse, a patooter. How can a guy who had 4 people at every rally have the most votes in history? That is the highest case of TDS I've ever seen in my life. Wow, we hate Trump so much that we're going to vote for the most in history. That's right. Obama. Racism. No. Sleepy. We need to fix the furniture problem at the White House. Look, old Hammerlin's about to kind of fall. I'm losing consciousness as we speak. If you lose me at any time, just remember, don't wake me. I'm like a bear. You don't want to wake me from sleep. When I wake up, I attack. Sometimes people wonder what I'm doing. I'm just kind of get some leverage right now. I'm getting some leverage on the microphone. Look. I think it's important if you see the other clip that was made today. This was of the sleep sofa. Look, he's a sleep sofa for many reasons, mostly because he needs adrenochrome to not sound like a bumbling fool. I'm falling into a stupor now. Oh, the hammer. Look, don't call the police. And don't drink 4 bottles of Jameson right before you go on the air. If you do, make sure you can still drop the hammer, okay? Look, hold on. I'm coming around the corner. I'm doing it. Hold on. I'm feeling a second wind. A third, 5th wind. I'm falling. I'm falling backwards, Ma. Holding it up. I'm putting my foot up. I'm not going to fall. I made it. Oh my goodness, it was like I was holding on like Pitfall. If I didn't grab onto that rope, I'm falling into the pits of hell. Joe Biden's hell, where communists are there holding pitchforks, and they're taking the old Hammerlin out of his misery. They don't have any Jameson. There's no Jameson. I'm getting comfortable now in my seat. Hold on. This is when it goes really bad for Hammer Jam. Hold on, I'm gonna bend myself out. This is how I get myself back up to rip the lid off the fake news. I'm dropping the hammer, and I'm ripping the lid off the fake news. Look, old Hammer. I'm sorry, saying for no English Hammer, English, old Hammer. I just want you to know, we can't let this travesty take place. They're trying to steal our First Amendment rights, our 5th and 19th, our 38th Amendment rights. We can't let it happen. Oh, Hammer, son, see you now.
It's Felix Robertson, live from the studio. We're going to head to Joe Biden on election night, where we are confident he's going to be the next president of the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Biden. My fellow Americans, I want to thank you. It's been a long night, election night. We got here. It's all thanks to adrenochrome, a special drug that I take. Anyway, look, my Aunt Judy called me. She said it looks like we got this thing locked up. Said, Joe, you don't have to sell Jeeps anymore. You can go out there and be the president now. All that corruption, it's gonna fall to the wayside. You know, Aunt Judy, she was the ringleader. Nobody knows about that. Never gonna find out now either, actually. Look, we fought a hard campaign here. And Kamali and I, you know, we're gonna do a lot of great things for this country. That's right, we're gonna turn back the clocks, and we're gonna bring it back to the hard times for Americans. Tough times, higher taxes. And hey, look, we're going to win big. This next 4 years is going to be... can you move that teleprompter a little quicker? Wait, just cut this part out. What? We're live? Oh, shoot. I won anyway. It doesn't matter. Look, so I use a teleprompter. What's the problem? You guys are going to have to deal with that. It's what I've been doing from the beginning. Just didn't tell you about it. But I got 71 million votes, more than Obama. I got more votes than anybody in history. It's because I stood for something. Stood for sleeping on my Joey futon. I stood for napping right through the whole process, hiding from the coronavirus and blaming it all on the sitting president of the United States. But don't worry about it. I got a plan. We're going to do the same thing that this last president did, but we're we're gonna say this time that it works. Anything you want to say, Kamalin? Look, she doesn't want to talk right now. She's a little busy. She's gotta call her mom and dad and tell them how she won. I'm gonna get on with my Aunt Judy right now, and I'm gonna tell her it's in the books. Biden-Harris. Well, really Harris. She's gonna push me down the stairs next week. Anyway, look, I gotta get going. It's gonna be official any time now. 46th President of the United States, Joe Trump.
Joe Trump. It's happening, people. Did Hammerlin take over the show for a minute? Sometimes he does that. He's out of his freaking mind. If you guys don't know who Hammerlin is, basically, okay, so two characters were created on this show. First one was Dick Facce, who you've not met. I'll just show you who Dick Facce, what he looks like real quick.
I tell you, I'm worried about in the 2020 elections. It's that Dick Facce. Have you heard about him? He's going to be fantastic. Yep, bingo. You told me about him, didn't you? I have to thank you.
If Michelle's not running, I'm voting for Dick Facce.
So Dick Facce this is Dick Facce right here, okay? And just so you can see, I'm just gonna talk over this guy, okay? Look, my name is Dick Facce, okay? I've been live every day since my mother kicked me out of the womb. How dare she? How dare she kick Facce out of the womb? I was in there working on that last piece for the puzzle. I couldn't find it. I think it was underneath the vulva. And then she kicks me out of the womb. Are you kidding me? I was putting on the other pant leg when she kicked me out of the womb. What? Are you kidding me? I was combing my hair and she kicks me out of the womb. I'm in there making a grilled cheese and she kicks me out of the womb. How dare she? How dare she? Look, Kato, remember that time? You remember that time I asked her to do the thing? And she's like, "Oh, Dick, what are you doing? You're crazy. You can't do that." Look, Dick Facce, okay? Look, I've been live every day since my mother kicked me out of the womb. How dare she? How dare she kick Facce out of the womb? Huh? I was in there writing a love letter to that little girl I'm gonna meet one day in the sandbox, and she kicks me out of the womb. How dare she? Look, I'm sorry. I know it's my mom, right? I should be like a little nicer to her, but how dare she? Look, my name is Dick Facce. I used to be a newscaster, 1992, actually. Let's get more specific, okay? I'm in Barcelona covering the Olympics, right? And they're like, "Oh, Facce, get out on the racetrack. They're going fast." I'm like, okay, I go out there with my microphone. I'm standing there, zoom, zing, zing. I'm like, look, the guy from Nigeria won. What did you expect? Huh? What do you want from me? You got me on the sidelines. The guy runs by, he's just sprinkling sweat on Facce. Look, didn't you read my contract? You can't sprinkle sweat on Facce. I'm gonna call the Attorney General. Yeah, I'm gonna do it, okay? So I'm walking down the street in Barcelona, and I run into this lady, and she's like, "Oh, zippity zooda." Excuse me, you talking to Facce? And she goes, "Yiggy yaggy yo, where's your Mikado?" I kind of flipped out, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't know any better. I gave her an elbow in the Facce. Look, I'm sorry. But she shouldn't have talked to Facce. I told her, I said, "Did you get a permit to talk to Facce?" You can't talk to Facce without a permit. You can't even approach Facce unless you've had your shots. I'm just saying. It's kind of in the fine print. If you know anything about Dick Facce, you know two things happen. You either approach with a permit, or you get an elbow in the Facce. It's what happens, okay? So look, I kind of got fired because I elbowed the lady in the Facce. Look, it was a misunderstanding. She wanted to know where the friggin' supermarket was. I don't speak Barcelonian. Barcelonian. I don't speak Barcelonian. What do you want from me? Okay? You can't talk to me unless you got that permit. I told that to the friggin' magistrate. I'm like, look, magistrate, what are you friggin' doing to me, huh? I'm walking down the friggin' street, the lady, she friggin' assaulted me. She assaulted Fauci. I'm walking down minding my own business and she asks me a question. That's an assault. I'm a Democrat. That's an assault. Okay? She came into my quadrant, okay? You can't do that. You can't do that. Kato, remember that time? Yeah, that's right. You want to tell the story? That's right, it's my show. Kato, so, guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't help it. Sometimes I gotta put Kato in his place. Okay? You guys know how I found Kato? I'll tell you this very quick, okay? I go down to Brazil. Right? I'm looking for them Brazil nuts. I'm like, look, I know they got them. I can't freaking find them even. I go down to Trader Joe's. I go down to Whole Foods. I can't even find them Brazil nuts. So I'm like, I'm taking a friggin' plane, okay? I'm going down. I'm getting extra. I'm getting 2 bags. I'm not coming back with 1 bag of Brazil nuts. I'm coming back with 2. So I get down there, right? I'm walking down the street, and I see this brawl. Like, I'm talking about, like, blood sport. Oh, it was like I'm watching some crazy thing out of a movie, right? There's one guy taking on 19 people. It's like Bruce Lee in that movie. You remember when he's poking people in the eye? I couldn't believe it. This guy flew through the air like Liu Kang in Mortal Kombat. He did the yippee, yippee, yippee with his knees in the air. It was like a flying squirrel. My first thought, right? Fauci, you gotta get the hell out of here. Then I'm like, wait a second, Fauci. Use that friggin' huge head of yours. Use that noggin. Think for a second, Fauci. You can use this guy. Maybe he could be your sound guy. Maybe you could throw him on the couch. He could live on your couch, Fauci. Who cares? You think your wife will have a problem with it? Who cares? You need a sound guy, Fauci. Just feed him friggin' Brazil nuts. And 2 and 2 became 4. And now I got a friggin' Kato over there. Hey, Kato, let's go grab a beer. Yeah, that's good. Check it out. Look, I'm just gonna say goodbye to these people. Look, I'll tell you what, okay? Whatever you do, don't friggin' listen to Real Talk, okay? He, like, wants people to come together. Let's friggin' rip this place apart. What, are you kidding me? I'm gonna just drive this thing into the ground. You should have voted Fauci in, okay? Because sometimes being miserable is your best case scenario. Ugh.
It's Felix Robertson, live from the
So that's Dick Fauci. Guys, it's crazy. Crazy. Fauci. So Fauci was the first creation, and I created Fauci because I needed to be able to have the alter ego to Real Talk. I was like, positivity, connection. I realized there's a part of the world I'll never be able to reach. The people who are into the negativity, into the comedy, into the different side of things. Not everybody wants to be inspired and wants to feel great. They want to laugh and feel whatever. But I realized that laughing and feeling whatever is a fine line between a positive and a negative. And there's a way to be positive and funny instead of going negative and just being like, F this, F that. We could live in the light and be funny. And that's how the idea of Dick Fauci led to Hammerlin Jameson. Hammerlin Jameson was just the intro to every single Real Talk. So when I do a Trump show for you guys, which I'm about to do, I want to play you guys one of these so you can see something, okay? Or I'll play you something recent. Like, how about this? One of my favorites, Bulletproof Biden. Listen, this is how Hammerlin became a human being really as a character because of these intros right here like this. Check this out.
It's Hammerlin Jameson live from the studio. We had Donald Trump, who's on the campaign trail, and some information about Sleep Sofa came out today. Let's get to it.
Thank you so much. We are officially weeks away from the election where I destroy Joe Biden in the square. And very, very bad information is coming out about the sleep sofa, and nobody's talking about it like his son Hunter, the crackhead. I mean, seriously, did you see this guy? Look at the pictures, people. You're going to have to search, though. Why is Hunter Biden information being censored from Facebook and Twitter? I think I'm going to have to take them down. What do you think? I think I'm going to have to do it. We're weeks away from me winning the election again. And all of this information's coming out about the sleep sofa, and nobody wants to pick up the cushions and see what's underneath. I'm gonna flip that friggin' sleep sofa over. I'm gonna grab that Joey futon, and I'm going to turn it upside down for you. Look, you may think Joe Biden's okay right now. Just wait till you see what we have in store for good old Sleepy Pooper Pants. That's right, he's going down. We're taking down Pelosi as well. I think my favorite photo was of Hunter Skeet Ulrich Biden passed out with a crack pipe falling out of his mouth. It was so funny. I was like, what is Skeet Ulrich doing? He's asleep with a crack pipe in his mouth. Are you kidding me? It's hilarious. He's taking naps like his father, except he has a crack pipe in his mouth. But he's still a sleeper, just like his papa. I got an idea. Why don't we give him a job with Burisma Oil for the Ukraine? We'll take $3.5 million from the Russian mayor's wife. And I got one more. Let's take $1.5 billion in securities from China. How about that, Skeet Ulrich Biden, huh? Oh my goodness. Like father, like son. Look, he's napping just like his daddy, except he has a crack pipe in his mouth. Look, there's plenty more to come. Just stay tuned and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Hunter Skeet Ulrich Biden. Look, people.
Mama J's over on Twitch. Mama J, how many people are we on Twitch right now? I think we need to get to 50. I think we were at 37 yesterday or something like that. Christine, thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much, Christine. That is really very, very, very much appreciated. Julian said, I was just going to say, you're too busy sitting down doing comedy. Too funny. So, guys, you know what I want to do real quick is play you one more clip. Casey, how are you? So good to see you. MJ's kicking it with us over there. Klosick. Hey, the more money we can talk from China, the better for us. You guys are so awesome. So, look, I'm going to play you a couple face swaps here. I want you to see a couple that I created because I do think very soon all of these become moot. Nobody's going to really want to see these anymore because they basically reflect a president, one president that you guys have made president. That is a literal sleep sofa. And I'm just going to go through a few things. Like, I'm going to show you very quickly episode 1, and I want you to say to yourself, this is the guy that's going to be our president? Yes, it is.
It's Hammerlin Jameson live from the studio with the very first episode of the Donald Trump Show. Ladies and gentlemen, Donald J. Trump.
Look, I want to thank you for joining me on a brand new episode of the Donald Trump Show. That's right. We're going to be here every week delivering truth about the Biden campaign because no one's telling you what's really going on. I'm going to pull back the curtain and you're going to see what Joe Biden is really up to. Here we go.
We choose science over fiction. We choose truth over facts.
Will somebody please alert Mr. Biden that truth and facts are the same thing? I think he's been watching too much fake news on CNN. Okay, what else do we have from this blubbering train wreck?
My name's Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate. Look me over. If you like what you see, help out. If not, vote for the other Biden. Give me a look, though, okay?
Now, first of all, who's the other Biden? Who is the other Biden? I'm wondering, because if it's Hunter Biden, he'll be in jail. But if there's another Biden, Perhaps he can actually complete a sentence. That Biden I'd like to hear from. Okay, let's see what else we've got.
Trust.
Like his strange hold on Defense Secretary Ash Carter's wife, Stephanie.
Sleep Sofa Joe has been doing this for years. He's a creeper. And we're going to put a stop to him.
I like the way your hair smells. Let me give you a little kiss here.
And can you believe? Look at how he's touching that little girl. Honestly, I'm a little worried about that little girl. Sleep Sofa Joe has been doing all kinds of racist things for years. I'm just going to show you a few of the clips. Take a look at this one, for example.
You cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent. I'm not joking.
Look, I'm surprised you guys are fine with hearing Joe Biden say you need an Indian accent in order to go to Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah, I've been to Dunkin' Donuts many times. I don't have an Indian accent. But let's continue on. I have a lot more to play for you. Now check out this clip, for example.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Racist Joe strikes again. Poor kids are just as talented and bright as white kids? What does that even mean? This is getting good, guys. What's next?
Play the radio. Make sure the television, make sure you have the record player on at night.
Really, Joe? That's a good idea. We'll get the record player out. How about we go and actually light a fire and we do smoke signals? How about that? What do we have next from Sleep Sofa Joe?
Think about it. We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing.
Oh my goodness.
The question is, do you know the thing, Joe? Do you know the thing, Sleep Sofa Joe? The thing, Joe, is that we are all created equal. That's right. God is the creator of all, not Satan and your adrenochrome. Okay, let's get one more at least. How about one more?
I'm not going to be a mule. I got something to do. I got to go do boom, boom, boom.
Did Sleep Sofa Joe just say he has to go do a poop-a-doop? I think he said it right in front of his crowd. I would never say that right in front of my crowd. If I'm going to take a poop-a-doop, I'm doing it on my own time, not in front of people. I don't know. It's a little weird there. Look, let's give him a chance to redeem himself. One more, okay?
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Wow. Really? Look, I'm not sure what else to say after watching that ridiculousness. But that's Sleep Sofa Joe. Are you going to vote for that guy? How about you? Look, if that's the case, this world's crazy.
So let me ask you guys. Right now, with this entire election in flux, do you guys want to see the entire Donald Trump show? From episode 1 to episode 31? Back to back to back, all the way? I'll do it if you want to stick around and watch it. That's the first one. Who wants to see the rest? You know what? I'm going to tempt you a little by playing you episode 2. Check this out. Episode 2 of the Donald Trump Show.
It's Hammer and Jameson live from the studio with episode 2 of the Donald Trump Show, riding with Biden. Ladies and gentlemen, Donald J. Trump.
Thank you. Thank you very much for joining me on episode 2 of the Donald Trump Show. We're going to continue digging deeper into Joe Biden, his mental state, and whether or not he falls asleep on camera. So let's get into it. Here's a couple of clips from earlier today. We're going to get into it now. Here we go.
I'm campaigning from home about Biden hiding in his cellar. Well, the truth of the matter is over 200 million people have watched me on television, and they've watched, and the more of that,
No, keep going, Joe. You're doing great. Doing fantastic, yes. No, we're really thrilled. I'm sure 200 million people really enjoyed watching the Sleep Sofa. Look, I could take a nap on my own Sleep Sofa. I don't need to watch you while I do it, unless they were trying to fall asleep quicker. Maybe instead of reading, they said, well, if I watch Biden, I could fall right to sleep. Okay, let's see what's next.
I've been down to Virginia. I've been around the country. but I do it responsibly, and I don't hold rallies because it is the reason why we're in such trouble by not listening to the experts and the scientists about social distancing and wearing masks, which I never do when I walk outside of this house.
Wait, let me get this straight. So the scientists and doctors tell us to wear masks, but the moment you leave the house, you don't wear your mask? Sleep Sofa, I'm pulling a little fake news on you right now. Just check the real footage.
And wearing masks, which I never do when I walk outside of this house. I never fail to do.
See? And Trump will play it for you because I think you still look like an idiot. Okay, what else we got?
That's who we are. That's how my great-great-grandfather, four greats back got here. He got in a coffin ship on the Irish Sea, never knowing whether he was going to make it, and he made it to the United States of America in 1848 when the British were, anyway.
The British were coming. Look, it's like Paul Revere. No, finish it up, Joe. What were you saying? When the British were coming? Is that your grandfather was part of the crew? Is your grandfather a redcoat? What are we talking about here? I'm trying to figure out what the hell Joe is talking about. My grandfather, and when the British, he said, and then he stopped himself. I think he was about to say when the British were coming. Anyway, look, as long as Joe continues to stay in his basement and he won't debate me, I'm going to have the Trump show continue. So till tomorrow, have a good night.
So we're kicking right through, guys, because I'm thinking I'm going to play all these for you. You guys up for it? It sounds like a bunch of you are up for it, so let's do it. Episode 3 of the Donald J. Trump Show. Here we go. Poison.
It's Hammerlin Jameson live from the studio with episode 3 of the Donald Trump Show. Nancy Pelosi. Ladies and gentlemen, Donald J. Trump.
I want to thank you for joining me on episode 3 of the Donald J. Trump Show. Today, we talk about poison. That's right. Don't drink the poison. It's going to kill many people more than coronavirus. Yeah, poison. That's right. Nancy Pelosi. Yeah, I'm sorry. Some people don't know that we do call her poison. Let's take a look at this clip here. I want you to hear what she has to say.
You demonize, and then we call it the wrap-up smear. If you want to talk politics, you call it the wrap-up smear.
Let's be honest, Nancy, you know nothing about politics. And wrap-up smear? Really? That's what you've been doing to me? Sounds like something you got from your OBGYN. But whatever.
You smear somebody with falsehoods and all the rest, and then you merchandise it.
I'm sorry, Nancy, can you say that one more time? What was that?
You smear somebody with falsehoods and all the rest, and then you merchandise it.
Look, she's creating fake news. She told the reporters, you create a story. Let's get back to this clip.
And then you write it.
Can you freaking believe this?
Unless they see it's reported in the press that this, and this, so they have that validation that the press reported the smear.
You write the story after we report the falsehoods, and it becomes a validated story by the news, by you, the fake news garbage.
It's called the wrap-up smear. Now I'm going to merchandise the press's report.
Also, when she says merchandising it, who is she, Mel Brooks from Spaceballs? Spaceballs the flamethrower. Yeah, okay, poison, whatever.
Now I'm going to merchandise the press's report on the smear that we made. And it's a tactic. And it's self-evident.
You see there, she says it's self-evident because we've been doing it to Trump since he came down the escalator. Well, I have to tell you that I'm happy that I found out about this poison. Now I could put all of my efforts towards taking you down to Chinatown. That's right. We will drain poison and Schumer from the swamp.
It looks like Zuckerchooch strikes again, and he blocked my video on Facebook. Something, I don't know. These people suck. Facebook sucks. Really, just I can't stand Zuckerchooch. How are you, my family, my friends? You guys enjoying the Donald Trump show? That was episode 3. Nancy Pelosi, look, don't eat anything that Pelosi makes. You could die. She's poisoned. Everything she touches turns to poison, so we may as well call her Pelosi. And if you eat her food, death or Montezuma's revenge, both very bad. But guys, episode 4 is George Rocheau's favorite episode. We're playing it for Georgie right now, buddy. Here we go, pal. Episode 4 of the Donald J. Trump Show. And I think this is the one where Biden has a really tough time with numbers. I love it. And this may be the president. That's why we're watching this. You guys need to see the buffoonery. And that 70 million people voted for this guy.
It's Hammerlin Jameson live from the studio with episode 4 of the Donald Trump Show, Forgetful Joe. Ladies and gentlemen, Donald J. Trump.
Thank you very much for joining me for episode 4 of the Donald Trump Show. Tonight, we get back into Sleep Sofa Joe. Look, we've got a lot of clips to get through, so let's get started.
I'm coming directly to you for ask a quick favor.
I can't believe they use this as their pitch on YouTube. I mean, I've come for you to... It sounds like something out of Close Encounters of a Third Kind. Sleep Sofa, are you from a different planet? I'm trying to figure out what the hell it is that comes out of your mouth. Sounds like gobbledygook.
I can hardly wait to debate him on stage. I want people to see me standing next to him and him standing next to me. We'll see who's sleepy.
Mr. Vice President, thank you. Thanks for your time. Please come back in less than 13 years, sir.
All right, Chuck. Thank you very much.
All right. It's Chris, but anyway.
Chris. I just did Chris. No, I just did Chuck. I tell you what, man, these are back to back. Anyway.
Sleepy, hello? It's not Chuck, okay? But you have a problem with back-to-back meetings? How do you think you're going to do back-to-back-to-back-to-back-to-back when you're president? Look, he's gonna have to take a poop-a-doop in between, remember?
Why doesn't he just act like a president? That's a stupid way to say it.
You know,
I guess,
Donald Trump was asked on...
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I probably best I don't.
You know, I feel kind of bad for Sleep Sofa. I mean, he looks like he's going to cry. He's like an old puppy dog whining for a bowl of milk. Look, Sleep Sofa, I'm sorry. You know, you have to act confidently if you're going to be president of the United States.
I tell you what, I'm so darn proud. And those poor people who have lost, anyway.
This is your brain on drugs. That's right. Any questions?
I would see to it, immediately moving toward, we're in fact in a position now that if in fact we dealt with mitigation across the board, just what we did in the last administration and before, leading to a standard that we provide efficiency for appliances.
Have you ever seen that scene in Scanners? It kind of reminds me, I wonder if they're going to do, you know how they keep doing, oh, we're doing Jaws over. You think they'll do Scanners over and maybe have Sleep Sofa Joe in his, one of the lead characters? I would watch that, even though he makes me want to fall asleep.
I'm ready on day one after more than 3 years in office. Why isn't Donald Trump ready? Mr. President, wake up.
Can you believe that? Did he really just say for me to wake up? Is this Pinocchio and Geppetto is in the background pulling strings? Because it doesn't even look like he's alive. I feel so bad for this guy. I'm going to demolish him when we get into a debate. I mean, honestly, he doesn't even know who the hell he is. And you guys are going to vote for this guy? He's up by how many points? I mean, what the? He can't even speak, people. He said he's going to beat himself. Did you see that one? This is Sleep Sofa Joe saying how he's going to beat himself.
I'm prepared to say that I have a record of over 40 years, and that I'm going to beat Joe Biden.
Well, let's hear that one more time. Joe, can you do that one more time for us?
I'm going to beat Joe Biden. Joe Biden. I'm going to beat Joe Biden.
Look, I think that's a good place for us to call it a day. He's going to beat himself. I guess I should just hang back and maybe let him fall on the sword. He may walk outside to get the mail and forget to put his pantalones on. Could be a problem. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow on the next Trump show. That's right. Have a good night.
Winning Big League, episode 4 in the books, George Show. My Aunt Judy told me that. You know, it kind of reminds me of the time that this happened. Did you ever see this? Where was it? Yeah, I think this is appropriate to play. Because this is the bumbler you guys expected to see for a while. Check this out. There you go. Everybody seems to like this one. I like it. Here we go.
Good evening. Tonight we have a very special interview. Joe Biden, former vice president and the presumptive candidate for the Democratic Party as president of the United States in 2020, joins us to discuss the rioting and Antifa. Bridget Firestone sits down with the vice president. Thank you for your time, Mr. Vice President.
Well, I'm glad to sit down with you. I'm happy to talk to you about my campaign, about Donald Trump.
Can we talk about Antifa? Look, straightforward question. Are you against Antifa? Do people want to know?
Antifa? Well, I'm not sure how everybody keeps talking about my Antifa. I'm sick of people trying to put shade on my Aunt Tifa, okay? She's a good lady. She never done nothing wrong. And my Aunt Judy told me that too. She said, look, I'm telling you, Aunt Tifa's got nothing to do with this. Leave her out of it. You got a problem with anything, you could talk to smoking Joe Biden.
Well, everybody keeps saying that Antifa...
Look, I'm telling you now, my Aunt Tifa's got nothing to do with it. She's a very fine lady, okay? She makes a good meatloaf, and she likes to call her kids Pudgem. I'm not really sure what Pudgem means to this day, but my Aunt Tifa's a nice lady. Next question.
I'm talking about the group Antifa?
I don't know. If you're talking about a terror group, I'm against it. If you're talking about my Aunt Tifa, I love her. Fantastic Aunt Tifa.
Well, that's the guy that's the guy right there. So, episode 5 we're about to hit, which is Trump Rushmore. That's right. Episode 5 is Trump Rushmore. You guys ready for this one? Here we go.
It's Tamara and Jameson live from Mount Rushmore. Donald Trump for episode 5 of The Trump Show.
Thank you. Thank you for joining me here at the monuments. Look, this is a very exciting time. I started my own talk show this week. That's right, the Donald J. Trump Show. We're winning big league. We're dropping lots of content about Sleep Sofa Joe Biden. Lots about Sleep Sofa. We also did one episode about poison so far. And we're going to continue to drop positive content about Sleep Sofa Joe Biden. Because I will not let him beat me now. We have done too much work here in this country. Are you guys ready to stick a fork in Biden? Are you ready?
I'm Joe Biden's husband, Joe Biden.
I don't know what to say. I'm a little confused. Could you tell me, what does that mean, Joe? You're married? I'm Joe Biden's husband, Joe Biden. I don't know. So, are you going to be your own first lady? Or what does that mean, Joe? Could you please elaborate? I'm Melania Trump's husband, Donald Trump. I'm not really sure, so Joe's married to himself? Just going to give you the one for today. That's enough to squash the sleep sofa. Look, he's comfortable to lie on, just not to vote for. We don't have to trash the man while we're here at the National Monument. He's just a sleep sofa. Look, if you can't catch the Donald Trump show, make sure you tune in to Real Talk. You see, my kids, Melania, they all love Real Talk. Well, we give it to people straight on the Real Talk program, and it kind of gave me the concept for the Donald Trump show. So tune in. Every night I'll be on either my show or the Real Talk show. I'm going to drop content for you because the fake news is not letting the Trumper breathe. That's right. It's trying to shut down the Trump. Look at that beautiful monument. They're going to put my face right next to George Washington there. Perfect spot. They're going to have my tie. It's going to go all the way down to the ground. So Democrats will hit their faces on it every time they walk by.
I love that. Because you know he's classic for having that extra long tie. You guys are awesome in the chat. I'm going to keep this going, guys. Episode 6 is where we come up with the name Bumbling Biden. This is very funny. I love this episode. It's not that long, but it's a very funny one that leads us to a really crazy episode you're about to see where Joe Biden is unmasked, essentially. But here we go. Episode 6 first.
It's Hammerl and Jameson live from the studio. We're bringing you to Donald Trump for episode 6 of the Donald Trump Show, Bumbling Biden.
Thank you very much. Thank you for joining me on episode 6 of the Donald Trump Show. That's right, I'm here in Washington. Sometimes people think it looks like the Epcot Center. No, the Pope is not back in that building. It's Donald Trump's home. In the process of fixing the dome. I think it's about time we get back to Sleep Sofa Joe. Sometimes we call him Bumbling Biden. I'm not sure what I feel like calling him today. Let's see what Bumbling Biden has to say. I just love them both. I just love Sleep Sofa Joe. He's a bumbling Biden sleeping on the sofa. So, let's see what we've got today.
I propose, and I'm going to digress slightly. We're in a situation.
Every time I think to myself, well, there's no way it could get any worse, they show me another clip. This is Sleep Sofa Joe, bumbling Biden. Take a look, people.
Well, folks, eliminate one tax loophole out of $1.6 trillion worth. $1.4 trillion worth.
Well, which is it, Joe?
Out of $1.4 billion. It's hard to even say it, it's so much.
Really? Joe, you want me to get a calculator for you? Here, why don't you use this calculator, see what you come up with.
It costs a lot of money. It cost about $740 billion over
You're a president.
740 billion. Wow, Joe. That's a phenomenal amount of money. Do you want that in Monopoly dollars?
If you agree with me, go to Joe 30330 and help me in this fight.
Well, Joe, if it's a matter of dialing 30330 in order to help you fight the battle against Alzheimer's, I'm in. Okay, what else we got?
And they'd say to you, take my shotgun. I said, I have 3. I now have 5 because my son died and I have 3 of his. I have 5 shotguns.
Oh, so close, Joe. So close. 3 plus 3. So close. You did not form it as a question. It's also not 6.
I know I'm called middle class, Joe. It's not meant as a compliment. Means I'm not sophisticated.
I'm sorry, Sleep Sofa. I hadn't heard that one. Middle class Joe. I've heard Creepy Joe. I've heard Bumbling Biden. I've heard Sleep Sofa Joe. Sleepy Joe. I've heard about a terrible cup of Joe. It's more like out of gas Joe.
Out of Gas Joe. So we had somebody come on that didn't understand. Look, this is a variety program. It's lots of things. It's not just the comedy. It's also the music. You see what we do there. And then it's also strong moments where we just get into things. I think what I have to do is for you mods, you know, or if you just like a like Wolfie, for example, you probably like when I played Into the Mystic. There's a version of that on the page. You could take that link whenever someone's like, this is a silly show, because they see me doing a Donald Trump impression or Mike Pence or whatever. You could say, oh, well, this is like not just this. This is a variety show. Here's another feature. Here's a song, or here's a strong moment. Just so we know people know what they're getting here. It's not just one thing. This show just completely evolves on a daily basis. Bottom line, my friends. But let's get to episode 7. And I just want you to understand something, okay? Episode 7 is where we rip the sleep sofa into 1,000 pieces. And everyone's like, are you kidding me? That's the sleep sofa? And you're like, yeah, and you just voted him in as president of the United States. Or did we? Or is this just one big fraud? Which you'll see at episodes 18 what really goes down with elections and frauds. Jerry Nadlier. But for now, episode 7 of The Donald Trump Show.
Emerald and Jameson live with you from the studio. We go to Donald Trump with episode 7 of The Donald Trump Show. Riding Biden.
Thank you very much for joining me on episode 7 of The Donald Trump Show. We're going to get right into it today. I've got a lot more on Sleep Sofa Joe. That's right, we're calling him Bumbling Biden as well now. So let's get into it. What do we got? First clip of the show.
You gotta, I mean, we gotta reassure, look, here, my message to everybody I talk to is we're gonna get through this.
Are you sure, Joe? It looks like you can't even get through a sentence.
We provide a Medicare option. That's exactly what Rap Rock and I talked about in the beginning.
I'm sorry, did he just call Barack Rap Rock? I didn't realize he had a pet name for Barack Obama. Hey, Rap Rock, let's get together and go and talk about that foreign policy. Hey, Rap Rock, you want to get together and play some basketball? Hey, Rap Rock, could you make me a PB&J? Absolutely hilarious.
I made a mistake. I said it 14 years ago. I trusted George Bush to keep his word. He said he was not going to go into Iraq.
This is when it gets really interesting. You ready?
Only way we're going to get rid of Saddam Hussein. And it's going to require guys like you in uniform to be back on foot in the desert, taking taking Saddam down.
Wait, I'm sorry, but didn't you just say that you were against the war, Sleep Sofa? I think he's losing his memory again.
From the moment shock and awe started, from that moment, I was opposed to the effort and I was outspoken.
Let's take a look at Outspoken Joe. Yes, maybe his news. Maybe we'll call him Outspoken Joe if it's good. Let's see.
Some of my own party have said that it was a mistake to go to Iraq in the first place. But the cost of not acting against Saddam, I think, would have been much greater. The President of the United States is a bold leader, and he is popular.
No, after that clip, that's it. We're going to call him Backtrack Biden. That's right. He backtracks. He said that he didn't support the war, that he's talking about George Bush like they're best friends. I'm not sure what's true with Sleep Sofa Joe.
When I marched in the civil rights movement, I marched with tens of thousands of others to change attitudes. And we changed attitudes.
When I was about the age of the guy standing over there, I got involved in the civil rights movement.
And now, the truth.
I was not an activist. I was not out marching. I was not down in Selma. I was not anywhere else.
Okay, so basically, Sleep Sofa Joe never did any actual protesting, although he's been campaigning on it for his entire career.
The first year in law school, I decided I didn't want to be in law school and ended up in the bottom 2/3 of my class, and then decided I wanted to stay, went back to law school, and in fact ended up in the top half of my class.
Look, I really want you to pay attention to the detail in this video right here.
I think we
I think I probably have a much higher IQ than you do, I suspect.
I'm pretty sure that your IQ is a moving number, Sleep Sofa.
I went to law school on a full academic scholarship, the only one in my class to have a full academic scholarship.
So let's get to the truth.
Senator Joseph Biden may have more explaining to do.
The new questions stem from taped remarks of Biden during an April campaign appearance in New Hampshire.
And in fact ended up in the top half of my class. I won the International Moot Court competition. I was the outstanding student in the political science department at the end of my year. I graduated with 3 degrees from undergraduate school and 165 credits, only need 123 credits, and I'd be delighted to sit down and compare my IQ to yours if you'd like, Frank.
If I could say one thing.
Look, the facts are Sleep Sofa Joe was a terrible student.
Biden now concedes he did not graduate in the top half of his law school class.
He didn't?
That he does not have 3 degrees from college.
He doesn't?
And that he was not named outstanding political science student in college.
Really?
Newsweek says Biden actually went to school on a half scholarship, ended up near the bottom of his class, and won only 1 degree, not 3.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't stop laughing. Back then, I guess they didn't fact check you in real time. That must have been a couple weeks later. So funny.
Now Biden says Newsweek is right. His memory had failed him.
Sleep Sofa Joe makes up things. Bumbling Biden. Did you hear him bumble there? He's a bumbler. Bumbling Biden strikes again.
My DLive family, thank you so much. I just want to say you guys are the best. I just went over to the page real quick. I'm trying to send a message and I don't know. There we go. That happened. So guys, thank you so much on DLive. If you've not headed over to DLive, go over there, guys. It's where we can connect. I'm going to be doing an exclusive show on DLive once a week. It's a request show. We're just playing songs. And then maybe the next week, I don't know, I'll be like Christopher Walken and you can ask me questions as Christopher Walken. Guys, we're going to do a call-in. I think we're going to turn this into a call-in night at some point. So I'll let you know when that's going down. But right now we're rocking and rolling through. Look, I know some people don't like to see the truth, apparently, but you need to see who the guy really is. Here we go, episode 8 of The Donald Trump Show.
It's Hammerlin Jameson live from the studio. We go to Donald Trump with episode 8 of The Donald Trump Show, Biden Time.
Thank you very much for joining me for episode 8 of The Donald Trump Show. That's right, we're cooking along here. Today we're here to talk about Joe Sleep Sofa, bumbling Biden. We've been kind of going through his exploits over the years. What has he done? Has he done anything at all? You know, one of the problems we have today is overpopulated prisons. That's right. And it all started with Joe Biden. I'm going to show you how we are where we are right now. Let's roll the tape.
It doesn't matter whether or not they were deprived as a youth.
Look, he's talking about inner cities, black communities, minorities, and they all vote for him still. I don't get it. He doesn't want you to advance. He wants you to stay down, so you need the sleep sofa. You don't need a nap on the sleep sofa.
It doesn't matter or not whether or not they had no background that enabled them to become socialized into the fabric of society.
I'm starting to see a little of the bumbling Biden taking place. This is all the way back in like the 90s.
It doesn't matter whether or not they're the victims of society.
Wait, bumbling sleep sofa. I thought that being the victim was your platform. Now all of a sudden it doesn't matter if they're the victims of society.
The end result is they're about to knock my mother on the head with a lead pipe.
Ouch.
Shoot my sister.
Look out.
Beat up my wife.
Let's be honest, Sleep Sofa. That one's you when you open up the bottle of Irish whiskey. Seems a bit odd that all of Joe's family's being attacked in the streets.
They must be taken off the street.
The whole point of the bill was to keep people down, so they feel like they always need help. They don't teach people how to fish, they give them the fish.
Tens of thousands of them, born out of wedlock, without parents, without supervision,
When was this filmed? Yesterday?
without any structure, without any conscience developing.
Definitely filmed in the last couple weeks. And he's talking about Antifa, right?
They literally have not been socialized.
Isn't he talking about Antifa?
They literally have not had an opportunity.
So let me get this straight. Instead of providing opportunities, you just decided to lock everybody up.
We should focus on them now.
Classic. Really? Sleep Sofa Joe is talking about fixing the problems, never fixed the problems, yet 8 years in office. And it's been almost 30 years, and they've done nothing since then.
If we don't, they will, or a portion of them will, become the predators 15 years from now.
Predators? Is that like a follow-up to the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie?
And Madam President, we have predators on our streets.
I wonder if that's where Chris Hansen got his start.
Again, it does not mean because we created them that we somehow forgive them or do not take them out of society to protect my family and yours from them.
It sounds like only Biden's life matters.
And it's a sad commentary on society. We have no choice but to take them out of society.
Can't you see? Every 2 years he panders for a vote, and he's the guy who put them all in jail.
But they are in jail, away from my mother.
Sleep Sofa, do I detect an Oedipal complex?
Your husband, our families.
Divide and conquer. It's the Democrat way. Sleep Sofa Joe Biden has been telling people one thing for years and doing the opposite. Just remember, and tune back in tomorrow on the next Donald Trump show. Have a good night.
So, guys, we start to get really nuts about right now. Episode 9 is called The Great Wall of Trump. Yeah. And from there, it's kind of like a downhill drive towards a sleep sofa going into an incinerator and then burning into flames. And somehow no one got to see it because YouTube, Facebook, and all the other platforms decided to censor this program and stop you from seeing this. So this will be your first time watching this. This is The Great Wall. That was my bowl of cereal that I made a few minutes ago. This is the Great Wall of Trump. And you know what? I love this episode. Check it out.
It's Hammerlin Jameson live from the studio with episode 9 of the Donald Trump Show, The Great Wall of Trump.
Thank you very much for joining me. Episode 9 of the Donald Trump Show. That's right. We're going to get into it today. I've got a lot to share with you. Border wall. Everybody's always saying, Trump, when are you going to build the border wall? We're building the wall. But they gave me such a hard time. Such a hard time.
The President of the United States, having failed to get Mexico to pay for his ineffective, unnecessary border wall.
We'll get back to Schumer and Pelosi after some other clips. I think you guys may like these others, and we'll put it all into perspective. It's Trump Show. I'm just going to show you how other presidents felt about immigration.
The bill before us will certainly do some good.
Well, let's start with that. He says he wants to do some good. Let's see what's next.
It will authorize some badly needed funding for better fences and better security along our borders.
Holy cow. Obama wanted to put up a fence. Nobody cares. I want to build a wall stronger. They have a problem with that. We're talking Three Little Pigs, people. He wants to use a fence. I'm talking about a wall that the big bad wolf can't blow down.
The fence is now basically complete.
Wow, Barack, you got 5 years out of that fence. Good job. We had to start building an actual wall because what you did was crap.
Maybe they'll need a moat.
Or maybe they'll need a wall.
Maybe they want alligators in the moat.
Now that one I have to give Barack. That was hilarious. Still, I'll take the wall.
Every place in this country are rightly disturbed by the large numbers of illegal aliens entering our country.
Bill Clinton says illegal aliens and everybody applauds and they get behind him. But Trump does and they call him a xenophobe and a racist.
The jobs they hold might otherwise be held by citizens or legal immigrants. The public service they use impose burdens on our taxpayers.
You see, they're always with you when they need the vote. But as soon as they get in office, they turn on you. Get used to it, people. It's the way it's always been with the Democrats.
That's why our administration has moved aggressively to secure our borders more.
Can you believe that?
By deporting twice as many criminal aliens as ever before.
Maybe I should hire Bill to say his words / my words on the campaign trail.
I voted for a fence. I voted unlike most Democrats, and some of you won't like it. I voted for 700-mile fence.
Wait, Sleep Sofa Joe voted for a fence too?
Let me tell you something, folks. People are driving across that border with tons, hear me, tons of everything from byproducts from methamphetamine to cocaine to heroin.
And listening to Sleep Sofa talk about the same issues I have with illegal aliens is just kind of laughable.
It's all coming up through corrupt Mexico.
Joe Biden mentions the drugs. He mentions the illegal aliens coming across the border. And he wants 700 miles of fence, no problem. He's not a xenophobe. He's not a racist. You call Trump whatever you want. That's the problem. You guys just make up your fake news. What do we have next? Anything left?
Former presidents have said to him that they wish that they had built a wall. Do you recall President Obama ever saying that?
Come on. Bumbling Biden. At it again. Look, guys, you could tell it's a double talk situation with Biden. Everybody before me wanted a wall. Remember when Schumer said ineffective wall?
Construction of a 630-mile border fence create a significant barrier to illegal immigration on our southern land border.
So let me get this straight. In 2009, a fence is significant, but in 2020, a wall is ineffective? Really? Everybody before me wanted a wall. Trump gets it done. Trumper gets it done. Big league, big league, big league. It's 12:30 right now. This is a 2-hour program at the moment. How's everybody feeling? Wolf needs all 8 links. I'm wondering if we should continue on. What do you guys think? I'm kind of politicked out. Obviously, most people are. But the next episode, just so you know, I'm just going to give you a heads up. The next episode is called How Sour Is That Don Lemon? And basically, it's, how do we put this lightly? A tearing apart of Don Lemon? And it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. So I think what I'll do is play that. Maybe I'll go walk Max. And when I come back, we can play some music or something. Or whatever. Maybe I'll play like something else that's a little lighter once we get back. How about that? You know, I'm tempted to play you something else. I totally get it, Gregory. You know what? I should be doing the same thing, especially since tomorrow is straight up real estate day. I'll be live at some point to do a Real Talk 101 with you guys tomorrow for sure. Let me just go over here. I want to say thank you to MJ, to Wolfie, and to, let me see who else over. Wolfie, MJ, and Deja Vu. Thank you guys so much for your donations over on DLive tonight. You are amazing. And not sure if you guys saw this, but Deja Vu, 413. It's my lucky number right there. My birthday, 413. But MJ and Wolfie, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for your donations. Unbelievable. You are loved.
You were loved regardless, but that's so nice of you. Thank you. 2009 Pacino. Ooh. Oh, you want to see the 2009 Pacino? Ooh. Okay, guys, we're going to play something for you, but there's some swearing in here, so get ready. Okay? Let's see if people come back on, because we lost a few people in the process here. Let me go back here and see. Pacino. Harry Carey. Maybe I just put Harry Carey. Maybe that'll be enough. Here we go. All right, so Scarface. I think the Scarface one was the funniest one, right? Yeah, it was Scarface one was the funniest one.
Distance has been on all of our minds lately. That we've been too close to some.
All right, guys, so check this out. We're going to play this together live right now. Wolfie, you're funny as hell. Guys, so listen, this is probably going to get a little bit of a... I'm not going to be able to use this one as a monetization, because once you do this, you can't come back. But you know what? This is funny. I did this in 2009. You guys want to see something? This is to bring our minds off of what's going on in the real world right now. This is Harry Carey interviewing Al Pacino. Me playing both characters and Mind the Swearing. I'm sorry, potty mouth Mark for the first time. Oh my goodness. George is saying no potty mouth. You know I don't like to do the potty mouth. But it's far enough into this show. 2 hours in. Nobody's going to really know. And plus it's not me doing it. It's something that I did years and years and years ago. Okay? So here we go.
Distance has been on all of our minds lately. That we've been too close.
Welcome to the Harry Carey program. I'm your host, Harry Carey. I'm so glad I woke up this morning. I've got Tony Montana on the program. Hey, Tony. Nice to see you. So, how you doing? Long time no see.
It's good to see you too, Harry.
How'd you get into the real estate game?
Well, I don't like to talk about the past too much, man, okay? But my friend Sosa, so-called friend, he come down, he had me shot 87 times.
Yeah, tell me about it. I thought you were dead for sure. I thought if the bullets didn't get you, that the white powder might. So how'd you do it?
Hey, I like a fighter, okay? I like a tiger. I may fall down, but I get back up, man. You know, I get back up and I scratch people in the face.
Wow!
No, I only kidding. But you know, I got a little too into my previous business dealings, okay? You don't get high on your supply, man. When that fucker Sosa blindsided me and he shot the shit out of me, I lost everything, man. I was in the hospital for 17 weeks. I couldn't pay my mortgage, my house foreclosed. I couldn't even get out of bed for months, man. I lost my house, my car, my tiger. So I turned to the one thing that Tony Montana knows. Montana Realty Corporation. I take it worldwide. New York, Chicago, LA. We set our own mark and enforce it.
Wow! That's a fabulous story, Tony. A real tearjerker. Reminds me of that time I stubbed my toe at the town pool. Stopped at the bar and I met my new best friend, Jack Daniels. He and I are good friends. He's a good guy. I think I might be a majority stockholder. Hey, Tony, I hear you got a 96% sales rating. Hey, is that a real statistic or am I just making it up?
You look at me, right here, in the bowling ball eye. Easy fact, Harry.
It's good. Starting to think I might be hammered. What'd you do, sweeten the deal up? Something?
What I do, I sell a good house, man. You gotta give incentives though, man. You gotta, okay? like every Montana Realty property, come with Scarface security system. You get your own bad guys to sit on the roof and shoot people in the face. Okay? Round the clock bad guys to protect your children and your home.
That sounds so fantastic, Tony. Hey, you ever have any mishaps? The wrong guy gets shot? The mailman? Landscaper?
What the fuck is wrong with this guy, man? No. Fuck no. Sometimes Mr. Homeowner, he had his security system set to shoot anybody who come over when Mrs. Homeowner is home.
Yeah, he might be trimming the wrong hedges. Hey, Tony. I think we would all like that kind of security system from time to time. I know I would like the Scarface security system for my home, so I could take care of the situation I like to call the Melanie situation. So long, Mel. Have a good trip.
Too funny, man. So long, Mel. Have a good trip. No, man, sometimes someone gets shot. It happens. You can't always go without somebody getting shot. The wrong guy, the wrong place, wrong time. Okay? But 6 out of 10 times, we get the right guy.
Uh-huh.
Listen, in not a perfect world, okay? Scarface security, sometimes you get shot, okay? It's gonna happen, okay?
Right. I'd hate to be one of the other four. So hey, Tony. Where do you go from here, Tony? You've been on the cover of Real Estate Mogul magazine as the most successful realtor in 2009. What are you gonna do? Where are you going? Where do you go? From here.
I told you to shut up, man. God, he's got crazy. I think he got a screw loose, man. Okay? I go to Japan and start selling, okay? I go to Hungary because I'm hungry, man. Okay? Maybe I want a bite to eat. Then I go to Portugal and sell. I go to Cuba and sell. I sell everything, man. I could sell land on Mars if I had to the fucking aliens.
Well, I would want to beat the competition.
Listen, you don't want to be no competition, man, okay? I take the competition apart with a sledgehammer and a number 2 pencil. And afterwards, I have some ice cream. I like ice cream, okay?
You could tell.
And I believe him, folks. This guy's a maniac. Stone killer. But Tony's got the face of a guy who knows his trade. Hey, Tony, you ever had to rough someone up for not paying?
Hey, no. Everybody pays, okay? On time, all the time, okay? Nobody gets nothing for free from Montana Realty, okay? I'm very fair, man. I'm so fair. My mother said once, Tony, you're so fair. So you listen to her, okay? She knows what she's talking about, okay? I'm very fair, but don't fuck with me, okay?
I will never do such a thing. Now, if you told me I couldn't root for the Cubbies, I would take you down to Chinatown.
Holy shit, you guy got a head in a kulu. You crazy?
I'm crazy like a fox. I'm dipping and hiding in the woods. I'm looking for shade and some good eating. I have to apologize, Mr. Montana. I seem to be reacting negatively to my new blood pressure medication. It's called Reducto. Like a superhero. Hey! Look over there! It's Reducto!
Okay, man, I think we're done here. We're done, okay?
Sorry, Tony. Just one more question. How do we contact you for more information on Montana Realty or Scarface Security Systems?
All you gotta do is go to www.montanarealty.com/pelican. So give me a call. Maybe you want a little piece of property or a house. I could even find you a nice little place on Mars.
I want to thank our guest for coming down tonight. Mr. Tony Montana, MontanaRealty.com.
Thanks so much for having me, Harry. You're fucking crazy.
Check him out online, the old World Wide Web. You could also go to harrycarry.com. I'm coming, Melanie. I'm coming. Have a good night. And go Cubs. Go Cubs.
Here comes the best part.
What's funny, Tony Montana? That's hilarious.
Sometimes, Mr. Homeowner, he like to have somebody punched in the mouth. No.
Yeah. My crew in the back is telling me I should probably stop. I probably got stuck with Jack Daniels now. I might own half the company. At this point in time, I might own half. Hey, at this time, I could possibly be a major shareholder.
I've taken them apart with a shovel and a piece of lattice.
I'm gonna do that line again.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so that was the Scarface one. So no, it wasn't a school project. So here's the thought I had back in the day. Check this out. I had this thought back in the day about starting to show off the impressions I do, and I did that. So I basically just made two of these. I had every intention.
So we've partnered with as
Wow,
well
this
as
is
built out a
amazing
team
to
of
me.
engineers to
This had
custom manufacture
178,000
this
views.
vessel, designed specifically to target.
That's a lot of views. 178,000 views. A lot of negatives, which is amazing to me. Because wait till you see this. This is pretty silly stuff, and definitely could have used some work. I was not good at editing at the time.
I'm going to show you.
But I was a young guy who's just married. Have my first kids, and you could see I was about 30 pounds heavier, and we ate a lot of Pepe's Pizza, a lot of Coca-Cola and Pepe's Pizza, and bottom line is I stopped drinking a lot of Coca-Cola and eating a lot of Pepe's Pizza. But here was the other that we did, Harry Carey interviewing Christopher Walken. Same thing. Apologize for any rude, crude humor, language. This was 2009 when we were allowed to say things a little bit more than we're allowed to say them now. So keep that in mind. This is a 2009 video of MARKPIRES doing silly things. So 11 years ago. Check this out. I think that, honestly, the outtakes at the end on this one make me cry. I almost want to just go right to the outtakes. But let's just go through the whole movie. Let's watch it once. Here we go.
Welcome to the Harry Carey program. I'm your host, Harry Carey. Hey, we got a fantastic program tonight. I got a very special guest, my friend Mr. Christopher Walken.
How are you?
Fantastic. Hey, Chris, how you doing?
I'm good. I've been eating well. I've been running, dieting, Pilates, yoga, even Avatar.
Do you ever eat your vegetables?
I love my vegetables. I love Brussels sprouts. I love cauliflower. I love broccoli. I love green beans. Yes, I eat my vegetables.
That goes down smooth. It's like caramel. Hey, I loved you in Tootsie.
Tootsie?
Oh, you weren't in Tootsie. I'm sorry. That was a different guy.
You do it again, stab me in the face with a soldering iron.
Hey, what's your favorite roll?
I like a pumpernickel. It's a good bread.
No, I'm not talking about Portuguese rolls or croissants or even Kaiser rolls. Now I'm hungry. Hey, Christopher. Thanks for coming on the program tonight.
You're welcome.
Hey, you ever heard of ShamWow?
ShamWow, of course. I've got it at home. I use it all the time.
It soaks up water and soda and wine and Jack Daniels.
It's shamtastic. 1-800-SHAM-WOW.
Seems to be catching on.
Nothing picks up liquids like ShamWow.
Huh? Oh, sorry, Christopher. I think I might need stronger spectacles.
How many fingers am I holding up right now?
How many fingers? 2? No, 4. Oh, hell, I don't know. Maybe 13. Let's be honest, I can't see a friggin' thing.
You're blind. You're blind as a bat. 3 fingers. 3-finger brown.
I can't even see my glass of Jack Daniels, but I know it's here. I think they call it legally blind. Go Cubs! Go Cubs! This show is sponsored by Jack Daniels, the most fantastic beverage on the planet. Next to Agua and Perrier. Hey, you ever been to Mogadishu?
Mogadishu? Yes, of course.
I just want to hear you say it.
Mogadishu.
Hey, remember that movie you were in? It was called The Dead Zone. You used to touch people, and then you could see the future. I kind of wish I could do that sometimes, where I could touch someone, and I could see the future. Hey, you're not going to want to go on that elevator. Hey, Christopher, could you really see the future? Or was that just a film?
It's just a film. Harry, I'm an actor. I play a part.
Hey, #1 film of all time with Christopher Walken, Pulp Fiction. Hey, Christopher, how about doing a little Pulp Fiction for us?
Butch, this watch was given to your great-granddaddy, Dane Coolidge. Dane Coolidge was in World War I. He gave the watch to a wingman named Wanaki. Wanaki, a man he never met before in his life. Wanaki held the promise he'd bring the watch home to your daddy. Butch, your daddy was wearing this watch when he was shot over that pit of hell in Hanoi. Your father, the way he looked at it is your birthright. He'd be damned if the slimy yellow gooks get their hands on the watch, so he hid the watch in one place he knew he could, up his ass. He wore the watch up his ass for 5 years. He died of dysentery. Give me the watch. I wore this uncomfortable hunk of metal up my ass for 2 years. They sent me home, my family. Now, Butch, I give the watch to you.
Wow, that's a great story, Christopher Walken. I want to thank you all for watching the program tonight. I want to thank our special guest, Mr. Christopher Walken.
It's my pleasure, Mr. Magoo.
Live on Harry Carey next week, we got Owen Wilson. Hey, Christopher, thanks again for coming out. Hope to see you soon. Don't be a stranger. Don't be a stranger. Go Jack Daniels, go Cubs.
Here's my
We'll
favorite
see
part.
you next time. Thanks for coming out.
Check this out.
Hey, I need a refill.
This part makes me cry right here.
You ever gone to a bar and you smell so bad that they won't serve you a drink? It happens to me all the time.
He spent 5 years of his life in a Chinese prison. You'd be damned if these slimy little gooks get their hands on your birthright, so he hid the watch up his ass.
I love Jack Daniels.
I've been talking to my guru.
Hey, Christopher, we loved you in Hairspray. Hey, how was it working with John Travolta as a woman?
I'll tell you what, Harry, let's continue this next time.
Did you ever do math? What's 12 times 12 plus 4? Yes, 148, I know. By Menon.
I did By Menon! Oh, guys, By Menon was the ending that I did. I used to love doing By Menon. I'd finish up a bit and I'd just go, By Menon. And I always wanted to buy Menon one day. And I jokingly say that if Real Talk ever became, I would walk in one day to Menon and I'd say, I'm here to buy Menon. But like, what? Yeah, I'm here to buy Menon. Sir, Menon's not for sale. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Menon's not for sale. It's a product that we sell. No. You've been trying to sell it to me for 35 years, okay? I've been listening to it every freaking time. I'm there ironing my shirt at night. I'm there stewing it up on this, cooking it up on the grill, and I buy Menon. Sure, coming to buy you. Anna, tomorrow, Real Estate 101 will be at, let's think about this. You know, I may try to do like 11 a.m. tomorrow. I may try to do an 11 a.m. thing every day for Real Estate 101 so we can get people from different parts of the world joining this program, because Real Estate 101 really turns into real talk. And guys, if you have anybody in the market to buy or sell real estate, even if it's a friend, someone you don't know, all you could ask them is, do you mind if I find you one more person to interview? I watch a guy who will literally scout an agent for you, and he's going to look for himself in whatever location you are living. It costs you nothing. It's totally free of charge. And if you like the agent he finds, that agent is going to pay a referral fee. It's what we do as agents, and whoever I find will be thrilled to get a piece of business. So let me know. That would really help me, because then I can do this with you every single day during the day and not freak out about how I have to go find clients, go sell real estate in order to come here and do more real talk. I want to just do real talk. Can you help me? I think you can. I think we could figure this out together. So, without further ado, by Manon, I thought what would be kind of cool right now, just because, what the hey, right? Let's see, it is 12:45 in the morning. Hold on a second. Let me see where we are. You guys are going to like this, I think. I think you're going to like this. Look what I made today. Now, again, this is just an idea. What? What? So, here's the new call-in segment of the Real Talk program. And bottom line is this: your call with MARKPIRES. And we have a nice conversation together. Maybe it's about the election. Maybe it's about real talk. Maybe it's about music. Maybe it's about anything. Maybe it's a request you wanted to hear me to, play. Whatever. But we're going to start connecting more. I chat with you guys in the chat. But we got to start connecting here. We got to start doing things. We need to start communicating. And a call-in show to me seems like a fun thing we'll do like once a week. Now, again, there are people who try to make these things like not work. And that's fine, because the moment needs to happen. But as you know, this program's about light. And if we do something cool here, the conversations get amazing. So let's have them. Let's have a conversation and see where it goes. And so without further ado, we'll just let it sit there and we'll see if anybody decides they want to chat. But guys, we have a lot of crazy stuff to play for you. It is 12:45. It is 2 hours and 30 minutes in. I don't know how much longer I'm going to stay on, because tomorrow I have a Real Estate 101 at 11 a.m. and it's almost 1 in the morning. So it tells you I need to get some rest. So for a final clip of the night, let's do this. Actually, probably not the best night to take call-ins, just because it is getting late. But that's a cool call-in backdrop, isn't it, guys? We're going to do that from now on. Let me just do this for now. We'll go back to the normal one. If Biden wins, flee America, California Republic. Yeah, I'm sure you want to flee California already, because they don't like... Oh, man, it's crazy. I saw some crazy... Let me see if I find this video. There was a link. I'm going to post this and then we'll play it. Look at this. Sig sent me something. Watch this. Sig sent me this. Let me just see if I can send this to you guys. Just give me a copy, dude. I just want to copy it. Copy link. Okay, check this out, guys. I'm putting this up right now so you can see this. Oh, someone's calling. Hold on, I'm going to put this on here. Candace, you there? Hold on one second. Let me see if I can get you logged in here. I have to figure this out real quick. How does this typically work? No, this is awesome. I'm so glad you called in. I forgot how I set this up last time. I was taking phone calls last time, and now I'm trying to figure out how the heck I did it. Hold on, maybe this is it. Oh, I got it. Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 sec, okay? Candace, you there? Hold on. Tell me if you can keep talking. I want to see if I can get you in the... Let me see if I can go back to the main screen here. Let's find this here. Huh. Can you hear me? All right. For some reason, I'm not able to get you into the system. Try that one more time. You there?
What?
Candace!
Yeah, I'm not on the show yet.
Now you're on. We got you now.
Oh.
Candace, how are you?
What's up?
First call into the Real Talk program. Hold on, let me put the backdrop back on since you called in. How you doing?
I'm good. I don't know what I want to talk about. I kind of just called.
I'm glad you did. I don't know what we're going to talk about either, but you know what? That's what the magic of this show is. We could just chat about whatever. So where are you calling in from?
I'm in Birmingham, Alabama.
Birmingham, Alabama. You know, I've never been to Alabama. I wish I had this really weird kind of like hope and dream that I would see mostly everything in this country, and I didn't see a lot. Like, I traveled the road as a musician, but I went on like specific paths. Like, I went to Chicago, and on the way to Chicago, I played a bunch of venues, played Wisconsin, went out to like Utah, but I didn't go everywhere, you know, and not just U.S. I wanted to see the whole world, just wanted to experience what it was like to be, you know, and it's weird. I grew up in the tri-state area. I went to Florida, went to Portugal once, California once, but besides that, I haven't been able to travel as much as I would have liked to. How about you? Did you ever get a chance to travel?
Oh, yes. I've been all over Italy and Rome and the Caribbean and the Bahamas and all up the East Coast, New York.
That's cool.
I haven't been out west. I would like to go out west. And I want to go to Ireland.
Oh, I'd love to see Ireland. You know, there's a lot, like, I'd love to actually see New Zealand. But you know what? I'm also very afraid to do any traveling right now at all. I don't think I'd want to travel anywhere. What do you think?
Right now, I'm not getting on an airplane.
I mean, even if there was no CV, I probably still wouldn't want to travel. I think the world is at such a high alert for Americans that it's not a place to be anywhere but home. And then we may not even have an America soon.
I think there's just too much going on everywhere in every topic. I just don't want to be on an airplane, that's for sure.
No, I know.
I know we can talking about airplanes. So I've been seeing UFOs like almost every single night.
Oh my goodness. Yes, yes. Okay, let's talk about this.
I get videos. I take videos.
Can you send me them?
They're all on my YouTube channel.
Okay, hold on. We're going to your YouTube channel right now. Let me see.
I actually made a channel for my UFO videos. I've never posted anything, but somebody asked me to do it so they could see the videos. So I've created a UFO channel, basically. And
Candace, hold on.
A couple hours ago, like from my front porch.
Oh, my goodness. Candace, okay, hold on. I have to get to your YouTube channel. You know what? Can you put the link into the chat? And everybody can also follow. And what I'll do is I'm going to put it up, and then we're going to pop it on the screen right now because I want to throw one on here, and we're going to talk about it in real time. You got to tell me what we're looking at. Did I ever tell you my story, my single story that I had? You're pretty new here, so you probably haven't heard this. I went to play golf upstate Connecticut. There's this one road called Route 8 in Connecticut that is famous for UFOs. And I'm driving home. I must have been 28 because I was just about to get married. And I'm driving home, played a golf tournament, driving home. And I remember calling my wife. Actually, I'm sorry, I must have been 30 because we already had our first child. Driving home, newborn. Maybe I had two kids at that point. We went year to year. We had two kids in a row, back to back. And so they're both home with my wife, and I'm driving home down Route 8 after this tournament. It's dark now. I look up to my right, and I see the moon. I'm like, wow, that moon's pretty low tonight, pretty close to me. And then I kind of look up my moon roof, and I'm like, no, that's the moon, and the moon's like massive, you know. And I'm like, so what the hell is that thing? And I look back down at this thing, and it's right over the tree line. It's the size, it looks like the moon, but it's a small moon, mini moon over the tree line. And as I'm staring at it, like horribly, I shouldn't have been doing this. It's very dangerous. She's driving. I'm like, whoa, look at this. I'm like doing this. I'm not even looking at the road at all because peripherally I could see that. Okay, the lines, I can still sort out. Look, I'm a 29-year-old guy. I can see what's going on over there. I'm good. I'm just watching that still. What the hell is that thing over there? What the? And all of a sudden, Candace, the thing it disappeared. It almost like it just took off so quick. It was to my eye. I couldn't even see it, how quick it went. It almost seemed like the light shut off. It just went off. Really weird.
Yep.
And I called my wife.
They
and
do.
She goes,
They just go away. When they get sick of you, they just go away.
so you've seen that. So that wasn't just me thinking that it just went away.
7 or something in the past 2 weeks.
Okay, so...
And they all look the same.
They all look the same.
Link.
How good is the camera you're using?
It's a brand new, Galaxy phone.
Awesome.
So,
did you put the link up yet?
I dropped a link
on the YouTube page? It's
on the live chat.
Let me see. It's moving quick.
I put a link to one of my shorter videos.
Oh,
I have hours of footage.
Pop me on
I
one
will
with
sit there for 3 hours and videotape one of these things.
What I want to do is this. Get me one that you think is the most impressive one and just shoot the link on the screen right now because I'm going to put it on with us in a small video, like a small little corner of the page. Just leave it play while we chat. You know what I mean? And if anything happens while, you can be like, oh yeah, check out this one little thing. You know what I mean? So send me the link and I'll, everybody's saying they didn't see the link either, so maybe it didn't go on.
The link didn't go through?
I don't think so. That nobody says they saw it. You know what you could do also is just tell me what to type in.
My name.
Okay,
I guess. Just type my name in. It's my name and my photo, and I'll tell you the title. Just type in flashing orb.
Flashing orb?
Yeah, I think that's part of the title.
Oops, what did I just do?
I'm Candace Thigpen.
I think I just pushed something here. Let me
I'm just now looking at the chat. Yeah. It's pretty cool, though. So this thing is I'm always listening to music, and I'll take videos, and I'll tell everybody my location because I share with people that live in my town. And they're like flashing orbs, and they hover in the same place for hours. Basically, as long as I can stand to look at it, it's there. And I swear sometimes it likes my songs and sometimes it doesn't, because it'll start flashing like a rainbow disco ball in the sky.
Well, you know what? Sometimes I'm going to try to see
if my military friends don't know what it is.
Yeah, I'm going to pull it up and we're going to put it on the screen. You know what I've noticed before? And this, I had one other thing happen. I can recognize when satellites are in the sky, and that's what I've seen a lot, where there's a lot of stuff moving, and you're like, whoa, and you realize because it's making a lot of, it's emitting different light, different sources, so it's like all different colors. It looks like it's sparkling, and then you see it moving like crazy, and it's a satellite. I don't know if this is what it could be, but I don't know.
Trust me, you've never seen what you're about to see in my video.
All right, I'm going to put this.
I'm an astronomy nerd. My whole life.
Oh, so
I know what
for
a star
sure.
looks like a plane. I know what ISS looks like.
Let's see,
I know what meteors look like. Yeah, you might want to mute it.
There we go. Let me put this on like this. Okay, so while we chat for a second, let's just look at this. So this is what you have going on, and you've seen this how many times over the last, how many weeks?
7 times in 2 weeks.
It stays
at least
kind of in the
basically,
same
if
spot?
I want to go there right now, it's probably there.
It stays in like the same spot typically? Candace, does it stay in the same spot or does it move around in the sky?
There's a couple of different ones. The one that's the really big, colorful, flashing one that's more clear to see or just larger and more colorful. That one's in the same spot. I mean, every time I go over there, a couple of miles down the road, I can see it. I've seen that one 3 different nights at the same time in the same place. And then there's another one that I can see from my house. It kind of depends on the night, and it always looks the same, too. It's just a little smaller and less colorful. You know, it's not a big wow factor, but, like, I know it's the same thing.
You know,
as what's on the other side.
What are your thoughts on having a cloaking mechanism, and during the day it's there, too, you just don't see it?
I've been thinking lately that I'm going to try to find it during the day. One of my friends has a small telescope. I sold mine, but he's going to bring it over, and we're going to try to find it.
Yeah, I would suggest moving around as you look in the general location, because if you could find, say, a cloud or something that's behind it, and maybe you will see some sort of...
I have one video on my channel that has an airplane flying past it. So there's like the red light from the airplane, and you can see the different. And then I have another one where you can see other stars. Like I'm comparing it against other stars in the sky, and like the buildings you can see below, and everything. Because I know every time I've seen a UFO video, I'm like, well, I can't tell how big it is. There's nothing to compare it to. Blah, blah, blah. So I tried to think about all those things and make sure I covered everything in my videos. Comparisons and
I think it's great that you're doing this, because I've always been into just the idea of one day knowing what else or who else is out there. I have a feeling there's something similar to us out there. There's something completely different than us out there. There's lizards out there that have minds, and there's all kinds of crazy stuff going on out there. And it's something that we'll never learn. One day it will come out. In the very distant future, they'll figure things out. You know, here's a funny theory I had many, many years ago. It's a crazy theory. Just hear this out. So when we look up and we see this going on, like what you're looking at right now, and what all of us see and we look at as aliens, I thought, like, what if there's a simpler explanation? Like perhaps that's us in the future, traveling through time, or now we have the ability to do the things we couldn't do, and we're traveling back through time, you know, from 700-800 years in the future when we're able to do this stuff in order to check on our timeline. And, you know, I don't know. There's something, there could be something different than we think. I still do believe there's life everywhere, even on the moon. Apparently they said they found water. Well, what's in water? Water, oxygen, everything is the building blocks to life.
I agree.
So you have life everywhere. Where it's not the life it's like how people don't understand the mind and the spirit of God or anything like that. You can't comprehend. We can't comprehend what can live on a different planet. But I guarantee you, things find a way to live. So just because it doesn't look like us, breathe like us, quack like us, whatever, doesn't mean it's not like us in some way. It's a living, and that becomes somehow connected to us.
Oh, yeah, you're preaching to the choir here.
I got a question. I don't know how religious you are, faith related at all, but just curious. Maybe Daniel can answer this for us. But what is the deal with the church having such a problem with UFOs, and with why do they want to dismiss the idea of aliens and any of that other? What's the big deal with that? Do you know? Like, why would it be such a bad thing?
I have a theory.
Okay, yeah, I'm curious.
Well, okay, so I'm in Alabama. I was raised Southern Baptist. I'm in the Bible Belt. My sisters drive me a little nuts sometimes. But, you know, I've been reading a lot about, you know, the original, I can't remember what it's called, but like the very original Bible that was written, and how the Dead Sea Scrolls were found, and then that Bible, and they realized a lot of books were taken out of it.
Yeah.
So at one point in time, Catholics or whomever, pagans, I'm not a historian, but someone at some point in time had got an agenda and took some books out of the Bible, and ever since that time, everyone's believed, like, everyone's been taught there's just one God. or, that specific.
Well, yeah, you're actually referring to what you're referring to is the Council of Nicaea. And what happened was all the bishops, all of the higher, the priests of the Jewish, every faith, you're right. I think they came together at the Council of Nicaea, and they determined which books should go into the Bible, which books made Jesus seem human, which made him seem like a god, and they made him seem like a god instead of human, even though he was human. And he lived a life that God would want him to live. And he tried to teach each and every one of us, if you live with the light within you, that's what the Lord gave you. And the way to the Lord is through the light. Yeah, the light within yourself. You have it. Everyone has it. You just have to connect with it. And he wasn't trying to say he's the one and only Son of God. And not being rude, guys, but he was saying we are all the Son of God, the children of God.
We are all one. We are all God, part of God.
We are all part of God.
The universe. Yes. We are all one,
7 billion people. One soul split into 7 billion. And when we come together, we are the most radiant version of ourselves. And that's why this show exists. I was put here, I believe, in order for us to come together. And it's a time in history where nobody wants that. And that's kind of why I feel like we were shut down for 600 plus days. Thank goodness for Wages for continuing to let you guys know that this show is daily, every single day, forever. And with you guys, we become stronger. The more of us that join, we become stronger. And then nothing will stop us, Candace. We're going to just take this world, the negativity, and shut it down. And what happens is the way that the negativity has become infectious, the positivity becomes the thing, and people just want it. And we're going to feed them with it every day right here.
That's what I do every day.
I love it.
It works.
I love it. You know what? I always thought, too, this is a nice thing. When I went down, and I didn't go very far down, but Virginia or wherever, people get really friendly. People get really friendly, It's a very nice thing. Very nice thing.
People are really nice here, but that also means people do not talk about the truth.
Oh, I was going to say, the other thing is some people are really good at having that double face thing going on, you know what I mean? They get the smile, but they're...
A lot of things go unsaid.
Interesting.
Let's not talk about that. That's not pleasant.
That is interesting.
That's what annoys the crap out of me here.
Let me ask you.
Say things all the time. People just don't even respond. They just stare at me. And I'm like, well, I think they heard me speak just now.
Well, I think that could be that could be harmful. And I find the true medicine is to speak everything you're feeling. If you hold anything in, I think that's causing you dis-ease. And dis-ease leads to disease. And so in general, your best course of action is to speak everything you're feeling, everything that's on your mind. And when you do that, you feel free of heart. And that is the best place to be. And that's the closest you'll get to happiness. And I know you feel that because it sounds like you are saying you're living your truth. Life is about living our truth, guys. No matter what it is, just find your truth and be it, breathe it, become it.
Yep.
Can I ask you,
yourself.
Be yourself. Do you have a Waffle House there? Do you guys have Waffle House? Is that not down there? That's my favorite. I just had to tell you. I just had to tell you. I love Waffle House, Candace.
Yeah, don't make me hungry.
He said we're going to go to Waffle House. I'm driving down there right now, Candace. We're going down to Waffle House. Listen, I'll tell you what. Waffle House has this Grand Slam. I'm not talking about it anymore. Candace. Oh. No, I do remember.
No, hash brown.
Oh, no, don't do it to me, Candace. Don't do it. So there was this... There's a cutoff line. I don't know where it is, but we don't have them up here. I don't know where the cutoff line is, where the very last one is, but I miss that place. There's certain places that you miss, you look back and you're like, I miss that place, and that's one of them. Yeah, Chris knows what's going down. Lady Jan knows what's going down. But Candace, this is so awesome to get you on the phone. I'm so glad that you're a Real Talk family member. It means a lot to me to have people watching. I don't know if you understand what it's like to not be seen for 608 days until someone actually recognizes you're alive. And then now we're at 675. And we have some people on, 42 people hanging out with us, Candace.
Yeah, Wages is awesome. I mean, every night let's go over to Mark's channel.
I love Wages. You know what?
Yeah.
And the amazing thing is when I speak to Wages, because we talk offline, and he's like, you know what? I'm trying my best to live the same methodology, the same philosophies that you're preaching on the show on a daily basis, which is to be positive and to keep it light in the chat and to lift people up in the chat. He's like, so like together, he's like, I think we're like doing some really important work. And that's his mindset is he's like, I'm doing my work, but I'm also delivering a ton of negativity on the people that are watching. This is exactly the way he explains it to me. He's like, there's so much negativity coming at all these people that I love. He's like, so the only thing I could think of is to try to lift that weight right off their shoulders after they get it by sending them over to you. And I'm like, brother, send them over, because the way I've always said this is every single person on this planet is part of the Real Talk family. They just don't know it yet. They're all welcome. They're all part of this family. So Wages World is Real Talk family. Real Talk family is Wages World. But every person out there is Real Talk family. They just don't know it yet. And this isn't like an open show for love and non-denominational, because I don't want to disconnect from anybody. I don't want to divide from anybody. I see some people don't like when we do Donald Trump because they hate Donald Trump. They like Joe Biden. We're dividing by doing things, but I just follow my heart on the comedy. I just got to roll with it that way. I can't change that. But when I speak to you guys like this, about the words that are coming out of me, the spirit, it's about us literally having no baggage. Who cares about what we believe and what politician we're into? Who cares? We connect on the fact that we both have the ability to love, both have the ability to care about each other and to help each other up when we fall. And that is enough for me to call you my friend and say, let's get through anything together.
Yeah, that's what I keep telling people lately is, don't let this divide you. I mean, at the end of the day, we all want the same things. We're all the same.
Yeah.
But politics are put there to divide us, and don't let it.
Politics and religion were put in place to divide us. Think about that. If we just said it's okay to have a religion, but we could also have faith in people, that would be something. It would be something if our religions didn't go as far to say things like, well, if you don't believe what we believe, then you're going to hell. Like that to me seems stupid and doesn't seem like it would actually ever make sense, because I've been connected to this light for so long, Candace, that it would never do that. It would never do that to people. It would never say you're not welcome. It would say you're always welcome. I hope you find your way back. And you could still find your way to us. You can still find your way to this light. It's within you.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And that's why
limit people.
Yeah, the idea was always about control, and as you get older, you start to become more cynical. You start to understand what they do to us to put the chains around our free minds. And the understanding that I'm trying to instill in each and every one of you, that you have a unique genius, something that you do better than everybody else on this planet. Maybe not better than everyone, but there's maybe one person, two people out there that do as well, and they have that thing that you have. But which one of you is going to step up and take the reins? And outside of that, just beyond that, you were in a small group of people. It means you could always find something unique to... I saw a bug in this room. I hate the bugs. What are you, killing me? I saw a fly over here, Candace. What the heck is going on in this house? Holy cow. Freaked me out, guys. I saw a little fly coming by my head at 1:18 in the morning. Oh, guys. We're kicking it here with Candace, guys. So, Candace, this was awesome having you call in. I don't know if we should make room for anybody else who may want to call in, but I do want to say something. Guys, if you have not, head over to Candace's page and subscribe. I subscribed, and we got to give her some more people.
Oh, you found me?
I did. I found you. I subscribed.
The second to the last video is a good one.
Oh,
for
the
a
second
short, quick one.
All right, let me put this one on. Because I did the last video. Hold on a second. I'm going to actually... There we go. I got that link.
I mean, they're all good. I mean, if you don't want to listen to me ramble on, because just sort of do commentary during the video, then just mute it.
Right, I'm gonna try
I
this.
just talk like an idiot.
Let me
I'm
put
like,
this
what
on and
is
see.
that? Oh my god! I'm not sure. Did
What
it go
exactly
away?
is
Did
that
it
in the
come and go?
sky?
Like the whole video is just me rambling. Yeah.
All right, I got it up here now. Let's see if we can get this into the screen. There we go. Ooh, yeah. You don't know me. Is that me? Or is that your song? Is that the song?
That's not. I mean, I'm singing with the song, but that's not me.
Where's that coming from?
I'm in my car.
Oh, is that your car making that noise?
Yeah, it's the radio in my car. When I changed the song,
You don't own me. That's
the
on in your car right
UFO
now?
like reacts to different songs.
So right now that song's on in your car? You don't own me.
Yeah, it was on like my playlist or whatever. I'll just play different songs because I have to drive to like a certain area to see this.
I see. Hold on a second. I'm confusing. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm like, why is that still going on? I muted it, but it's still going on. I'm like, what the freak is going on? Yeah, George says we're going to have a problem with the copyright. They'll pull that out. That's fine. I'll just cut it out afterwards. But look at this, guys. This is something in the sky. Not sure what the heck it is. It's probably some sort of beacon. It could be an alien spacecraft that's just kind of doing the old peeperoo on Candace. And you know what? We may have to call the authorities and say you can't follow Candace and watch her. Okay? It's not appropriate. And what do you think, Candace? We should probably do that.
We should probably do what?
We should probably contact the authorities and tell them that they've been peeping.
People keep saying that. I'm like, what am I going to call 911 for? What are they going to do?
No, I know. You know you should call is the guy George Stephalopoulos, the guy who has the crazy hair on the Ancient Aliens show. You know, the guy's like, look, I was out there and I saw it. It's unbelievable. You know, and he has this hair is like over. He's the guy.
He's nuts. There's a lot of people. Well, there's a couple of other videos that look just like what I see, and there's a couple other videos of it on YouTube, like other people who have seen the same thing.
Really?
I mean, that's actually why I looked at it in the first place. About 2 weeks ago, I saw a flashing light, and I'm like, well, stars don't flash. You know, they twinkle, but they don't flash, and you can almost see the blue. So I was like, that kind of looks like that video I saw the other day. So I just zoomed in on it, and I get what you see now on, you know, a flashing disco ball.
What would be really nice?
And in my other videos, I'll zoom in on like stars and Orion's belt and stuff, and they don't do that. You know, they're just white. They twinkle. That's it.
Scott Severini, how are you? You know what? I agree with you about this, them not twinkling in general. Like I said, the only thing I've seen before that does that twinkling thing is satellites, but they move, and that's sitting in the same spot. It's kind of weird. You know, like
I move my phone around a lot. It's hard to stay still. Plus, it's so far away, and I'm so zoomed in. If I move just a little, it moves a lot. You know.
Yeah.
It doesn't ever move.
Well, you know what? I'd love for you to try to grab some video of it during the day and see, like you said, if a plane flies by or something, and capture the plane disappearing for that split second, where you could see that it's a cloaking mechanism or something like that. Because I believe that's what's going on, that it is just there still during the day, but it's being cloaked. And
yeah, or just because of the sunlight. I definitely think it has been there for like 2 weeks, because every time I go over there, it's there. But there is one of my first videos. There's a plane that goes by it. I can't remember which one.
Is one of the first videos?
One of the October 20th videos, one of the short ones, has a plane that goes by it.
I think
so you see like the red light of the plane flying past the.
I think I may have erased
UFO.
Hold on one second. Let's see if I can find it again.
I don't remember which one it is.
But I'll tell you what, that is some pretty cool stuff. I would love any UFO footage you guys have, just because I think that it's so cool. We need to uncover more. And why not do it here? I'm live every freaking day forever. So send it in. We'll drop it on the screen. We'll look at it together. We'll talk about it. And then we'll see if we can actually figure out what the hell's going on. We'll get some people from the Air Force on. I'm just kidding. I don't know anybody.
I have friends in the Army, and they don't know what that thing is.
They don't know what it is?
No.
Jeez, that's scary. It's scary. It's scary because there is so much that we don't know about, and then like you'll hear some videos and be like, "Holy cow! Did you see that thing?" Like they'll see like background. Someone just happened to get this clip of somebody is like the Air Force speaking about it. Like, did you see that guy? He's like Mach 10. How the hell is that going on? What the hell's going on over there? Did you see that guy? Woohoo! Holy cow! Like stuff like that. You're like, yeah, these things are real. You know, there's no way you could pretend it's not real. Angel Gonzalez, how are you? Vicky Hall's with the house with us. So we're just kicking it here. Candace called in, guys. This is, I jokingly said we'll do call-in night, and Candace took me up on it. I'm glad you did, Candace, and I'm so glad to see you in the chat. And Candace knows because she's been here for a few days, guys. If you're new to this program, this is a program where you could come no matter how bad your day is. You will feel amazing when you leave. Everyone's here to make you feel great. And whether you're listening to me and getting into the music and whatever right in the moment, or you're in the middle of the chat, you're going to lift yourself up. And I'm here every day forever. So show up and let's get into it. You know what I'm saying? Guys, 5 more likes and we're going to be at 100. How about that, Candace? How about that? And we just hit 3 hours and 1 minute. So we're just officially over the 3-hour show, which is okay. We're going to 5 today, just so you know. No, I'm kidding. It's 1:30 in the morning. I got to be up for a Real Talk 101, and I have to work in the morning before that. You know, here's the thing. This is my problem, Candace. I'm classic at this. I'm like, yeah, I'll be on 11. And then it gets to 1:30 in the morning. I'm like, we're like 12. Like 1:45, I'll be like, yo, I'll see you guys at 3 o'clock tomorrow. You know, it's like, I just keep pushing back because I got to get other things done because I have to still have the real estate mind on during the day. 33-minute call. Holy cow, Candace. 33 minutes, guys.
We've been on the phone 33 minutes?
Yep.
Wow.
I'm proud of you.
I'll talk about UFOs for days.
You know what? I love UFOs. Do you guys see that fly? He's around me. I'm telling you, I'm going to elbow that fly in the face. I love UFOs. I love things that I can't explain. And I love hearing about things that others know that I'd love to hear about. So let's get into it. But let's do this. I'm going to bow out now because I'm going to just probably start rolling down this show. I got to get up early tomorrow, and it's already 1:30. But I'm so glad that you called. And hey, how about this?
Thanks for having me on the show.
Oh, so cool. This was so cool. I happened to look back down again and saw 3333. That's pretty cool when I look back down. But Candace, it's a pleasure to have you on. I look forward to maybe speaking with you again in the future. And keep making those videos. It's a funny thing.
I will.
Yeah, I'll do my best to come over and check them out when I see anything come on new. Because I love UFO stuff and I love supporting the family whenever I can. So anyway, you rock. You rock, Candace.
I love your show and everybody.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
It makes me happy at the end of a, I don't know, not happy day.
Oh, I know, right? It's a very weird world we're living in, but I'm so glad that this show gives you a little bit of comfort at the end of the day, and keep showing up. I'll keep bringing you the magic to try to just shut down all that crazy noise.
All right, I'll keep coming. You keep bringing the laughs.
I will,
and
Candace.
I'll see everybody later.
You rock, Candace. Take care, okay? Have a good night.
All right, you too. Bye, everybody.
All right, bye-bye. Guys, Candace called. How cool is that? That's the first call-in with the new backdrop over there. Kind of like the backdrop. Letty, how you doing? John, Trishon, you crazy? And Trish, how you doing? It's a drone in disguise. It could be. It's something. It's something very, very weird. And guys, it's very weird stuff. Very, very weird Schnauf. So, guys, we hit the 3 hour and 4 minute mark. Convert negative to positive? Absolutely. That's what I've been doing every day for the last 675 days. When I have people are like, when is this guy going to stop? I'm like, thanks for that negative. I will put it in my positube. I'm just going to flip this back out because it is getting late. And we will do this again tomorrow. Guys, tomorrow we're going to do more real talk call-ins, okay? I'm going to play you something here as a finale. You guys need to see, the error of your ways, maybe? I don't know. Or maybe let's see if this will get us up to the 100 likes mark. The end here makes me laugh. It's quite a silly ending. It's about Nancy Pelosi. Yeah, the third episode of Nancy Pelosi, episode 30. Yeah, here we go.
It's Hammerlin Jameson live from the studio. We're headed to Donald Trump for episode 30 of the Donald Trump Show. Ladies and gentlemen, Donald J. Trump.
Thank you. Thank you very much, my fellow Americans. I'm with you at episode 30 of the Donald Trump Show. That's right, we're winning big league. And I figure every 10 episodes we need to have at least one on Nancy Pelosi. She is poison, really. Everything she touches turns to poison. Look what she's doing with this stimulus thing. I want to get money to the American people. And Pelosi is just, she's the poisonous fruit. Really. Oh, let's make Nancy Pelosi the Speaker of the House. Yeah, if you want to get nothing done. If you want to turn everything to Pelosi. Yeah, it's a good idea. Anyway, let's take a look. Did you see what happened on Wolf Blitzer? Yeah, she turned into a crazy person. I think her head was about to explode. Let's take a look.
As you know, there are Americans who are being evicted from their homes. They can't pay the rent. Many Americans are waiting in food lines for the first time in their lives. Can you look them in the eye, Madam Speaker, and explain why you don't want to accept the president's latest stimulus offer?
I can't wait to hear this one. We offered her like $1.8 trillion, and she says no. It's because she doesn't want Trump to win big league. That's why. But look, the American people need to win. It's the people that need the win, not the Pelosi. Donald wins every day. I don't need to win on the stimulus check. Really? I want Americans to be able to buy groceries again, to go out to dinner, to maybe change the tires of the old Buick. They can't do it right now without that stimulus money. They need to be able to have dollar bills, y'all, if they are going to be able to survive.
We represent these people. I have for over 30 years represented my constituents.
Pelosi, you've represented yourself. You've represented the telltale signs of an alcoholic. You represented that you'd be a better choice for the Joker than Jared Leto.
I know what their needs are. I listen to them.
Let's be honest, Pelosi. Nobody wants to speak to you. You're just a Pelosi, seriously.
And their needs are not addressed in the president's proposal. So when you say to me, why don't you accept theirs? Why don't they accept ours?
Because yours is crap. Why do you think we had to rewrite it? The whole thing? Because you wanted to, fund the Democrat cities that are burning right now. They're trying to make the Trumper look bad, and then you want the taxpayers to now foot the bill? Really?
Our legislation is there to do three things primarily: to honor our workers.
Honor our workers? Pelosi, come on with the BS rhetoric. Are you kidding me? You're talking about $2.4 trillion. I want $1.8 trillion. With both of those trillions, you could afford to give each American more than $1,200. You're talking about $2,400 for 365 days of quarantine, essentially.
Honor our heroes. Our healthcare workers, our police and fire first responders, our teachers, our transportation, sanitation, food workers, the people who make our lives work.
Hold on a second, Poop Stack. Are you kidding me? Well, I mean, I'm hearing you just blubber all these different professions. I mean, what is that? That you didn't even answer the question. And you're making a huge deal out of another $400 billion. It's not even for the people. It's for your Democrat cities that are burning.
But they really,
let the states go bankrupt.
Excuse me for
let
interrupting,
the states go bankrupt.
Madam Speaker, but they really need the money right now.
Guys, check out Jack Napier. Are you kidding me? Where's her makeup? Makeup? If we could just throw on some white paint on her face, she could be Jack Nicholson's replacement. Really. We do Batman all over again. Pelosi did Gotham.
Even the members of your own caucus, Madam Speaker, want to accept this deal. $1.8 trillion. Congressman Ro Khanna, for example. But let me just.
She's having a friggin' meltdown right on CNN.
Quote Ro Khanna, a man you know well. I assume you admire him. He's a Democrat. And he just said this. He said, people in need can't wait until February. $1.8 trillion is significant and more than twice the Obama stimulus. Make a deal. Put the ball in McConnell court. So what do you say to Ro Khanna?
Watch Nancy Pelosi squirm, everybody. She keeps looking around like, wait, is this CNN? Let's see how Pelosi responds.
What I say to you is, I don't know why you're always an apologist, and many of your colleagues apologists for the Republican position.
Are you kidding me? We're talking about CNN. This is the Communist News Network. There's not one friend to Trump on the network. Really?
Just because the president wants to put a check with his name on it in the mail.
Are you kidding me? Have you seen my signature before, Pelosi? It's phenomenal. Of course I should have it on every check because there's a twofold. You could have your bank deposit it by picture and then sell the check on eBay. You know my Trump signature's worth a couple K at least. You could buy some diapers, you could buy some milk from the store. Look, Trump's signature sells for $5,327 on eBay. Oh, I can see it on the front page of Milbert Hubbard's News. That's right, it's got a circulation of 17. Yeah, fake news would never cover that story.
That we should not be doing all we can to help people pay the rent, put food on the table, to enhance benefits, that they don't lose their jobs if they're state and local.
How the heck could you not get all of that done with $1.8 trillion? I'm not talking about a billion people. I'm talking about $1 trillion, and you get through 1.8 trillion. It's a trillion plus 800 billion after. Do that math, sleepy poopy pants Biden.
But there are millions of Americans who have lost their jobs. They can't pay the rent. Their kids need the food.
That's right, and that's what we're trying to get done.
$1.8 trillion, and the president just tweeted, stimulus, go big or go home. He wants even more right now, so why not work out a deal with him, and don't let the perfect, as they say here in Washington, be the enemy of the good.
Wow, I guess I should like Wolf now. Yep, no, I think I love him.
Well, I will not let the wrong be the enemy of the right.
What's wrong with $1.8 trillion?
Take that, Nancy Poopies.
Wait, you know what? Do you have any idea what the difference is between the spending that they have in their bill and that we have in our bill?
Yeah, $400 billion. And you want to give it to Democrat cities that are rioting and letting police not be protected. So you could go pound sand, take your 1.8, or you're just a chooch, really.
I didn't come over here to have you. So you're the apologist for the Obama, excuse me.
Whoa, is that a Freudian slip we just witnessed? Does anybody else not find it interesting that when Nancy Pelosi is posed with an actual question, she can't even answer it? She starts saying, oh, I didn't come on this show to be questioned. I came on this show to bash Trump. You're not giving me the chance to.
God forbid.
Madam Speaker,
Thank God for
I'm not an
Barack
apologist.
Obama.
I'm asking you serious questions because so many people are in
saying to
desperate
you,
need right now.
Are you kidding me? It's like watching Chris Wallace, me and Biden at the debates.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
When was the last time...
Let me respond to
well,
you.
let me
If
ask
you're
you,
gonna
when was the
answer
last
your
time,
own
Madam
questions.
Speaker, when was the last time you spoke with the president?
I could answer that one for you. Never? Peloise's never called me. Are you kidding me? 'Cause she knows I would tell her how stupid she is, and I would tell her to get her 36 pounds out of the friggin' room. That's right, she's really a stinker. Yeah, no, I heard that she's been known to clear out the ladies' room. Yeah, but poisonous poop. Look, I can't say any more. It's classified. But I'll tell you, Nancy Pelosi, she's destroying the country. She keeps killing everything when she makes baked goods. And if you get to sit in a room with her, don't eat any of her food, okay? It's all poisoned. And you could die or get Montezuma's revenge. Both are very bad. So anyway, I gotta go, but I'll see you at the next Donald Trump show. Have a good night. The Crypt Keeper, she's the Crypt Keeper.
Let's see what this is. Wages just shared this with us. Come on, people know. I don't know what happened. We were able to see it for a second, and it disappeared. I don't know, sometimes that happens. Anyway, not really sure what that is.
Poisonous poop, yeah, Kedley does.
Wages, we love you, buddy. Hope you're okay. Hope you get better quickly. Election was a giant sting operation put together in 2017. Ballots now have radioactive markers on them. Fakes will easily be found with fingerprint. The ballots now have radioactive markers on them. I wish that was the case. I don't think it's simply that. I don't think they have anything like that. I wish they did. Thanks for the fam for keeping it real. Oh, of course. Renee, I'm so glad you're with us. I'm going to actually do something else, Renee. Don't go anywhere yet, Renee. The 40 of you, I want you guys to know something. We had another killer night tonight. We laughed. We played some music. A bunch of Trump face swaps. A few Biden. Mostly Trump show face swaps. But tomorrow, we do it all over again for day 676 in a row of the MARKPIRES Real Talk Show. So send your requests. Join me for Real Talk Real Estate 101 during the day tomorrow. Make sure you ding that bell. Don't just subscribe. Dinga the friggin' bell. And I'll see you tomorrow. It's MARKPIRES. Yeah, that's real talk. I love you guys. MJ Mama, George Rochelle, Axe, Kathy, everybody.